Let's do the fort playing under the lights. The stars of tomorrow shine tonight. No one else can beat them. Come on out and see them. Chatham Baseball, summertime on Cape Cod.
From McKeon Park in Hyannis, Massachusetts, it's interleague action coming up in Game 8 of the 2026 CCBL season. Chatham made the trip west to Hyannis. The 3 and 4 Anglers take on the 3 and 4 Harbor Hawks on this Sunday evening. Alongside Jake Klein, I'm Chase Abrams. Chatham comes in having won 3 in a row, aided by the rain-shortened result last night. Hyannis has won 2 straight, both teams playing some of their best baseball early on in this summer.
They are, Chase. Chatham, what a strange start for the A's. They go 0-4, in the words of Cooper Neville. Not how you want to start any season. And now they've rattled off 3 in a row after last night's lightning-assisted 6-4 victory over Falmouth.
It's been quite the comeback, quite the return to the win column for the Chatham Anglers. There was the blowout in Cotuit a few nights ago, the battle back 2 nights ago, and then the rain and lightning shortened result last night. Chatham won all 3 games. Coming up on the Anglers Extra pregame show, Jake caught up with Chatham A's skipper Dennis Cook, as he always does. Learned a little bit about some new additions potentially for the A's, as well as some departures for Chatham. And then I caught up with a special guest on Catch of the Day. It's all coming up on the other side, and then after that, first pitch, lineups, and your pitching matchups when we return. But first, Catch of the Day and Manager Show coming up on the other side on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Sports Radio, play-by-play. Go A's! Chatham on GRC.
Chatham Bars Inn is Cape Cod's premier 4-diamond oceanfront resort. With 217 luxurious rooms, guests have access to numerous amenities, including a private beach, complimentary children's programs, 4 award-winning restaurants, a new world-class spa, an outdoor pool, and tennis courts. Year after year, Chatham Bars Inn is recognized as one of the top resorts in the world. Chatham Bars Inn and Cape Cod Baseball. Summer fun for the whole family.
Welcome back on the Anglers Extra pregame show. The first week for the Chatham A's in the book, and tonight, Game 8 at the Hyannis Harbor Hawks at McKeon Park. It's time for the Manager Show with the Chatham skipper, Dennis Cook. I'm Jake Klein. Dennis, you get a 6-4 lightning-shortened win last night at home against the Falmouth Commodores. What did you make of that performance from your team?
I was just lucky to survive that game after the interview we did in the rain, and then I got pneumonia in the morning, but we'll be all right. As far as the game goes, it was a good win for us. We'll take it. We'll take them any way we can get them. We started out hot. We left a lot of runners in scoring position, which I don't like. That game felt like the momentum was shifting a little bit towards them, and then when the rain came, it was good for us.
It felt like the rain, to some degree, came out of nowhere, even though it was raining before the game. Most of the game, it was pretty nice. Were you anticipating that at all, planning for that, strategizing for that in any way?
I wish I could tell you I was that smart, but no. We knew that there was a possibility of the rain coming in. Stephen mentioned something to me in the afternoon, but of course, you can never predict the weather in Chatham, so we're just going to play. All we can do is just play and see what happens, and it just so happened to work out for us.
Pretty good start from Colin Fisher until he ran into some trouble there in the 4th inning. What have been your overall takeaways from Colin's first couple of outings in Chatham?
Colin threw great yesterday. He had a lot of soft contact, a lot of dink hits, extended his pitch count in the last inning. I thought he did a great job of bowing his neck against that last left-hander he faced, and struck him out, and we were able to get Mikey Ragusa in the game and finish the inning off. So I was proud of him. He battled his rear end off, and you can't do anything about the soft contact, the little dink hits. So he's just going to keep on filling up the strike zone and competing hard.
6 runs in 5 innings last night. Another good offensive performance from your team. I know it was just a couple days ago you were saying we're not going to win many games scoring 1 run. Broke out at Cotuit. What's changed for this offense?
I just think the guys are getting used to the wooden bats and getting back in the groove of seeing live pitching. We have good players. Everybody has good players up here. So their track records are that they can play and they can hit. So I hope it continues. But you're only one game away from them throwing a really good pitcher out there to where you go out and score one or none. So we're just going to keep on grinding and keep on working and keep on sticking to the process of competing every pitch of every bat of every inning.
Chatting with Dennis Cook on the Manager Show before the A's visit the Hyannis Harbor Hawks at McKeon Park. Dennis, tonight you go back to Oliver Pudvar on the mound. What did you see from him in his first outing at Wareham?
Oliver's going to throw a ton of strikes. He's going to compete hard. I like him. I think he's got good stuff. He's going to mix. He's not going to be a big strikeout guy, but he's going to go out there and not walk a lot of guys. He walked a few too many last time, but I don't think that's his MO. I think he's going to go out and compete hard and hopefully give us 5 good innings.
It's the first time you're without Rhett Johnson, who has departed from Team USA. How does him leaving impact this lineup?
Oh, big time. I mean, he's a great leadoff hitter. He's a great defender. He's going to Baseball USA for a reason. And same way with Jacob Parker. Those are 2 elite players that you lose off your roster. But, hey, we got other good players on our roster, so we're going to throw them out there and let them compete.
When you're building the team over the offseason, how much is, this guy could end up on Team USA? How much is that in your mind?
Well, by the time that our roster is almost completely built, the season's about a quarter of the way over in college baseball, so we have no idea. We just recruit the best players we can get and hope. USA baseball takes so many kids now, 60, 65 kids. So, we're kind of at the mercy of those guys.
You have Rob Rispoli at the top of the order tonight and playing right field. What made him the choice to replace Rhett in that leadoff spot?
He led off some in college. He's going to compete hard. He's going to battle hard and hopefully not strike out much.
Lastly, I was talking to Cole Caruso, one of your assistants who's been doing some of the advanced scouting that we've been talking about. He said today's Hyannis starter, Easton Barrett, great against left-handers. Does that type of thing factor into your lineup construction?
100%. 100%. We use everything we can use as far as the stats. The interns have been helping a ton, too. Cole's been doing an unbelievable job. He's young. He brings that tech edge to the game, and he's giving it to me, so I'm learning a little bit about it. But 100% we use the numbers to our advantage.
There's Dennis Cook, a much drier Dennis Cook today on the Manager Show. Chatham and Hyannis coming up. Dennis, thanks for the time.
Thanks, Jake.
Back to Chase Abrams for the rest of the Anglers Extra pregame show.
All right, Jake, Dennis Cook staying dry for now. The rain last night was a surprise for Chatham. There was some rain in the forecast, but certainly not as much as we had expected. Well, certainly more than we expected came down last night. No rain in the forecast today, though some gray clouds have been rolling in. We'll keep you updated on that. But first, we've got the rest of the Anglers Extra pregame show coming up. I sat down with a special guest, stood up with a special guest, caught up with Cooper Neville on the other side.
Chatham on TRC, Cape Cod.
Sweet Tomatoes Pizza, located right around the corner from Veterans Field at 790 Main Street in Chatham. Pick up a pie on your way to the game or grab a calzone before first pitch. The dough for their specialty pizza is rolled right before your eyes. Eat in or take out, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and sometimes later. Call 508-348-0200. See their full menu online at SweetTomatosCapeCod.com. Sweet Tomatoes, a Chatham pregame tradition.
Welcome back on the Anglers Extra pregame show ahead of Game 8 with Chatham taking on Hyannis at 6 p.m. First, it's time for Catch of the Day. I'm Chase Abrams, and I'm joined today by Chatham shortstop Cooper Neville. Cooper, you're kind of a summer collegiate ball veteran at this point, your 4th summer ball league in a row. Talk to me about the advantage of a college player coming to a summer ball league like this.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I mean, a lot of guys don't get a ton of innings, but most people come here just to get better and get some reps, and obviously really good competition. So it's a blessing.
You were in the West Coast League 3 summers ago, spent the last 2 summers in the Northwoods League. How were your experiences?
It's awesome. I love both of those leagues. I love the guys, love the teams, love the travel. Great spots, but I mean, you can't really beat the Cape Cod.
I was going to ask how the Cape compared. I mean, can you put it into words?
The travel is a little better, and the area, obviously. I mean, I've never fished this much in my life, gone to the beach so much. I mean, it's a really good spot.
Do you have a favorite memory from past summer ball leagues?
Probably all the Mafia that we played, because I mean, we went on 8-10 hour bus rides, so you're waking up people to get some games started, and so we don't get much of that here because we got 40-minute drives everywhere.
How would you rank yourself as a Mafia player?
I mean, I don't know really how to answer that, but I'd like to think that I'm a veteran at this point, with 4 years under my belt, but yeah.
All right, plenty of games played. You've gotten better at it, I'm sure. You're the son of a couple coaches. Your dad coached at Grand Canyon. Your mom coached there as well. Dad baseball, mom volleyball. Is coaching something that you think you want to pursue when your playing career is done?
Yeah, I mean, aside from that, if it's not coaching, it's the discipling and the just the leadership principles that they've taught me and that I've learned throughout playing sports and baseball. And so if it's not coaching specifically, it'd be some form of leadership or mentoring.
Love to hear that. Have they instilled that kind of analytical leadership mind in you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a whole new game when you go to collegiate level coaching, and they get it. They get the competitive nature of everything, and it's been awesome. They pushed me a lot.
3 straight wins for Chatham now. You had the blowout 3 nights ago, the battle back 2 nights ago, and then back and forth last night. It only went 5 innings. Which one of those games stands out to you the most so far?
Honestly, the 15-run blowout was pretty cool. I mean, just starting 0-4, not how you want to start a season at all, but it was like in that game, all the pieces finally clicked together, and we were just rolling.
Catching up with Cooper Neville ahead of Game 8 of the 2026 season. Cooper, you're living with Chatham president Steve West this summer. What's that been like?
It's been awesome. He's the man. I mean, just figuring out how much he actually does and how much I'm sure all these presidents do for each team is unbelievable. I mean, just everything. The field, the maintenance, the nets, the broadcasting, the housing situation, just everything. He's a special man, that's for sure.
Steve's a big Texas guy. You're transferring to SEC foe Alabama after the summer. Is he giving you a hard time about that?
A little bit, for sure. Just because, I mean, Alabama and Texas aren't really friendly with each other, but he did put up a Roll Tide flag in his front yard for me, so that's pretty special too.
Yeah, that's a big deal. He doesn't do that for anybody. What made you choose the Crimson Tide for next season?
Honestly, it was a pretty easy choice after talking with the coaches and what they're about. I'm a Christian, and that's how he models his coaching, Coach Vaughn, and all the coaches really just they love their family, they love their work that they're doing aside from baseball, mentoring, creating young men, and that's something that I want to be a part of. That's a coach I want to play for.
Okay, well, we had you on post game a few nights ago. You told us how important it was having your wife and your family in the stands for that game. Are they hanging around Chatham for a little while longer?
Sadly, no. They just left yesterday, but it was awesome to get to see them and refreshing. Like I told him earlier. So,
are they coming back?
I don't think so. I'm only here first half, so I got 2 more weeks left to go-ish. But yeah, hopefully I'll get to see him soon.
Okay, well, off day tomorrow. What do you have planned?
We were going to go to Beachcomber Beach, just famous beach around here, maybe Nauset Beach, just, catch some waves. I don't know, maybe some fishing, but yeah, hopefully. Actually, my host family's taking us out to dinner too that night, so it should be pretty special.
Where are you going?
It's called Pate's. Yeah, I think it's a nicer restaurant, so they treat us well.
All right, off day upcoming, but first, Game 8. Back to Jake Klein for the rest of your Anglers Extra pregame show.
All right, Chase. Cooper Neville, what a last couple of days he has had in this Chatham order. He is in the starting lineup again tonight. Now, as we talked about with Dennis Cook, though, Chase, a starting lineup shakeup tonight.
Yeah, a couple departures, a couple lefty departures in Rhett Johnson and Jacob Parker leaving for Team USA. Cooper Neville, one of the 4 lefties in tonight's game. Actually, pretty rare that you see more lefties or more righties than lefties in this Chatham order. They face a lefty tonight on the hill in Easton Barrett for Hyannis, but Neville up to hitting 5th tonight and we'll see how the lineup shakeup goes for Chatham.
Yeah, and as I mentioned on the pregame show when I chatted with Dennis Cook, Oliver Pudvar goes for Chatham, but Easton Barrett, also a lefty, like you said, goes for Hyannis. I was talking to Cole Caruso, the Chatham assistant coach who does a lot of the A's advanced scouting. He said Easton Barrett, real tough on left-handers. And Chase, as you mentioned, this is pretty much as right-handed heavy as this Chatham order can be right now.
Yeah, Barrett on the mound and the two lefties departing kind of forced manager Dennis Cook's hand to play a couple more righties in the lineup tonight just to kind of give Chatham a little bit of a better shot against the lefty Barrett. We know how difficult he is on left-handed hitters, so Chatham countering with 5 righties in the batting order today.
We've got lineups, pitching matchup, and first pitch. It's all ahead on the Anglers Extra pregame show next.
Anglers Extra. Chatham on TRC. Cape Cod.
Year after year, Cape Cod League Baseball and Chatham Bars Inn have been synonymous with summer on Cape Cod. The Inn has offered clam bakes, beachside barbecues, and oceanfront dining since 1914. The new Beach House restaurant at Chatham Bars Inn is open daily for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Visit Chatham Bars Inn at www.chathambarsin.com. Chatham Bars Inn and Cape Cod Baseball. Summer fun for the whole family.
Chatham A's baseball is on the air right now.
Swings and hits one to left center field. Back goes McFadden. He will not get there. It's a home run. A grand slam for Todd Frazier.
Trucking into second base with an RBI double is Evan Longoria. He is 4 for 4.
Hit on the ground, left side. Will it get through? Off Crawford and into center field. Federovic scores and Chatham wins it in 11. The game-winning hit from Seager. It's a 5-4 Chatham winner.
And now, with your play-by-play, Chase Abrams and Jake Klein.
Gray than blue in the sky above McKeon Park, but the rain holding off for now. First pitch just minutes away here in Hyannis. Chatham and the Harbor Hawks. Jake Klein. No, I'll go over the lineups, brought to you as always by Chatham Clothing Bar. For the A's, it's Rob Rispoli leading off, the right fielder from UConn, then Bino Waters, the left fielder going from Notre Dame to LSU. Connor Schouts third. He's in the portal from Texas Tech. He's DHing today. Harlan Hovatter cleans up, the first baseman going from Meridian Community College to Mississippi State. Cooper Neville in the 5 spot. Dallas Baptist to Alabama after this summer. He plays shortstop today. The second baseman from Florida State, Kelvin Paulino, bats next. Bottom third of the Chatham order reads like this. Gabe Frazier from Florida State plays third and bats 7th. Corbin Reynolds catches and bats 8th. He's from Vanderbilt. And Caden Dosa, the Yale center fielder, bats 9th. For the Hyannis Harbor Hawks, Taylor Kirk from Fordham plays second and leads off. He's in the portal right now. John Embury, the Florida Gulf Coast University third baseman, hits second. Caden Miller DHs and hits third. He's from the University of Texas, San Antonio. J.P. Head cleans up, the left fielder from the University of Alabama, Birmingham. Henry Zener, the right fielder from the University of South Carolina Upstate, hits 5th, with the shortstop from Georgia Tech, Jordan Lodice, batting 6th. 7, 8, and 9 in the Harbor Hawk order. Trey Hawsey, the Louisiana Tech first baseman, in the 7th spot. Efren Ortega, the UC Irvine catcher, bats 8th. And the Tulane center fielder, Tanner Chun, bats 9th. Now for your pitching matchup, brought to you by Red Nun Bar and Grill.
Chase, it's Oliver Pudvar who goes tonight for the Chatham A's. He is the left-hander out of the University of Connecticut, and he makes his second start for Chatham after he was roughed up a little at the end of his first outing against Wareham on night 3 of the Cape League season. Pudvar enters with a 9 ERA, 4 runs allowed in 4 innings pitched. He's a 5'11", 180-pound left-hander again from Burlington, Vermont, and from UConn. For the Hyannis Harbor Hawks, the lefty Easton Barrett has taken the mound. 6-foot, 180-pounder from Provo, Utah, and Arizona State. He's made one appearance, went just 2 innings and allowed 1 run, 4 strikeouts to 1 walk. He's got a 4.50 ERA. That's Barrett, the 6-foot, 180-pound lefty on the mound for Hyannis.
It was a strong first 4 innings for Pudvar, his last time out for the Chatham A's. Then he was roughed up the second he entered the 5th inning. Couple of lefties on the mound for today's game. And we've got your umpires brought to you by Chatham Paint and Hardware. Sam Finn calls the balls and strikes from behind home plate. Ryan Damari down the first base line, and Kevin Saxton down the third base line. Barrett getting his warm-up pitches in. He'll face 1, 2, and 3 in the Anglers order, starting with Rob Rispoli. Righty, lefty, righty. The Anglers start things off today. Rispoli, Waters, and Schaus, the first 3 Anglers to hit on this afternoon. The weather app has caught up with the surrounding conditions. Rain showing up just a little bit. Light sprinkling here at McKeon Park, though nowhere near the showers we got last night at Veterans Field. It was a rain-shortened game last night. Chatham beat Falmouth 6-4 in 5 innings.
And Chase, you and I were talking this morning about how, okay, lightning delay, sure, but the second that hard rain started to come down, you could wait 30 minutes, you could wait 60 minutes, unless you were going to wait 12 hours. There was no way baseball was going to be continued to be played.
It was an admirable effort, I'll say, to at least try and get that
shot. They gave it a shot.
Get it to continue, but it felt pretty clear to us early on that game was going to be called early, and so it was. About 12 to 15 minutes into the 30-minute rain delay, the umpires waved it off, said, you know what, we'll all go home. Warm-up pitches have concluded for Barrett. Rob Rispoli stepping into the right-handed batter's box as the rain picks up just a little bit here at McKeon Park. Light showers coming down on the A's and Harbor Hawks. Chatham in the road blues, gray pants, royal blue jerseys, white script across the front, red fish hook A on the right sleeve, white numbers circled in red on the front and back, royal blue caps, red fish hook A in the center there. Hyannis, the home whites, all white uniforms, that's white pants and white jerseys. Blue Hyannis scrawled across the front, outlined in orange. Orange numbers on the front and back. Tricolor hats for the Harbor Hawks. Blue in the back, white in the front, and bright orange on the bill. Bright orange hawk in the center of that white front of the cap.
Tricolor hats, not to be confused with tri-point hats,
no,
which are also stylish.
Got a delay at first base right now. The first base bag has been pulled out of the dirt by Hyannis first baseman Trey Hawsey. Now a Chatham attendant jogs over there to see what an issue might be. Showers had started. Now they've stopped a little bit. There's plenty of blue in the sky. There was definitely question in a lot of our minds whether these gray clouds would actually be storm clouds. It wasn't nearly as clear as it was last night when the dark gray clouds rolled over Veterans Field.
They're still working on first base. Trey Hawsey with the Harbor Hawks ground crew and the Chatham first base coach Mateo Martinez. And it looks like they've dug enough dirt out of the socket there to stick first base in.
We may finally get ready to go. First, your defensive alignment for Hyannis, brought to you by our good friends at Short and Sweet Ice Cream. Left to right across the outfield for the Harbor Hawks, JP Head in left, Henry Zener in right, and Tanner Chun in center for Hyannis. Rispoli into the batter's box, couple twirls of the bat, and gets ready. First pitch from Barrett. Fastball cut on and missed, strike one. 72 degrees, 6:04 p.m. Your time and temperature brought to you by the Chatham Athletic Association. Light showers here at McKeon Park. Rispoli down 0-1. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball upstairs. Rest of the defensive alignment for Hyannis. John Enbury plays third. Jordan Lodice at short. Taylor Kirk at second. Trey Hawsey at first. 1-1. Breaking ball low, 2-1. It's Efren Ortega doing the catching for Barrett on the mound. He's behind Rispoli 2-1. Rain coming down harder now. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside. Rispoli quickly swipes his back right foot up in the batter's box, steps out for a second. He's got the friendly 3-1 count. First batter of the ball game is Rispoli against Barrett. Comes home with the 3-1. Line straight back to the netting. First batter, a full count for Barrett. Here's the payoff. Inside, called strike 3. Rispoli thought it was ball 4. He's got a couple words for the home plate umpire on his way back to the Chatham dugout. There's 1 out in the top of the first inning. Rispoli down looking. It brings Waters to the plate for the A's. Waters into the left-handed batter's box to face the southpaw Barrett. Base is empty and 1 gone in the top of the first. First pitch. Call the strike. Fastball in the outer third. No balls and 1 strike on Waters. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, 1-1. Decent showing here at McKeon Park, staying here despite the stop and start showers. Grouped behind home plate, some off in the stands behind the Hyannis dugout on the third base side. 1-1. Breaking ball in the dirt again, 2-1. And a few more supporters on the Chatham side on the first base side, just behind our setup.
Oh, it's turned over.
Waters batting second for the third night in a row, this time without Rhett Johnson leading off. 2-1. Fastball tapped softly right side and foul.
Go, Bino. Come on, bud.
Pocket of gray clouds currently above McKeon Park, but you can see blue all around it.
And especially over the field. Gray clouds are really over the press box behind home plate.
2-2. Breaking ball low and away. Back-to-back full counts for Barrett to start this ball game.
And I don't think anybody was expecting rain this evening.
Now, last night there was some rain before the game. There was a little bit of rain in the forecast, but none in the forecast today. Full count pitch. Ground ball back up the middle. Second baseman Kirk ranges over. A dive from the shortstop Lodice, and he can't get it. Waters singles with 1 gone in the top of the first. And it brings up the right-handed hitting DH Connor Schaus. Schaus up with a man on first and 1 gone. Barrett looks Waters back, now throws to first. Waters back safely. First pitch. Low and in, 1-0. Schaus 0 for 2 last night. He reached base with a walk. One ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Low and in. Schaus a crouch after the last pitch came in and missed the zone. Not quite a Soto shuffle, but maybe call it, I don't know, Schaus shuffle? Can we start that?
Yeah, that might be stolen.
2 balls and no strikes. Waters leading off of first. Now he goes 2-0 pitch. It's a ball. Throw to second. Not in time. Ortega's throw arrived at second base just a touch behind Bino Waters' slide. He's in safely and in scoring position for Chatham with one gone in the top of the first.
Waters now 3 for 3 stealing bases. He didn't get the greatest jump there. He took off and then hesitated for a second against the lefty.
3-0. Fastball, called a strike. Late call. Schaus had already started jogging down the first base line. Now he takes his time walking back, twirling the bat a few times. Rob Rispoli did not agree with the called third strike call to start this game. Now Schaus clearly taking exception to the 3-1. 3-1 pitch. Fastball sawed off, short right field. In comes Zener. He can't get it. It's down for a base hit. Waters around third. Now he puts the brakes on late. A single for Schaus advances Waters within 90 feet. And Chatham's got runners on the corners with Harlan Hovatter stepping up and one gone in the top of the first.
How do you think Connor Schaus likes the strike call now?
I think he's probably okay with it.
Bring the batting average up a little bit.
Didn't hit it hard. It was just a blooper out to short right center. It dropped in between Kirk at second, Chun in center, and Zener in right. It's a base hit. It all counts the same. Lefty-lefty matchup with Hovatter up against Barrett. First pitch, breaking ball, line straight back foul.
Let's cut, bud. Come on, Harp.
Nothing in one, the count on Hovatter. Pick to first, Schaus back safely. No tag applied by the first baseman, Hawsey.
Wind blowing straight out to right field according to the American flag in right center.
0-1. Breaking ball grounded right side and through. Waters comes home. Schaus going first to third. The throw there is cut off. An RBI single for Harlan Hovatter and an early 1-0 Chatham lead in the top of the first.
The shortstop from Dallas Baptist.
3 straight singles for Chatham. The Anglers lead 1-0. Now Conference on the mound. Efren Ortega jogged out from behind home plate to have a conversation with his pitcher, Barrett. Sun peeking back through. The field here bathed in sunlight. It's a different look after gray clouds covered the field for the first 7 minutes and change of this ball game. Cooper Neville, the next man up for Chatham. First pitch to him is lined out towards center field. Chun comes in and makes the catch. Tagging from third is Schaus. The throw to the plate, cut off as well. Schaus scores standing. A sac fly for Neville, and the Anglers lead 2-0 in the top of the first.
Second baseman from Florida State, number 40, Kelvin Paulino Jr.
Not a 3-run homer, not an extra base hit, but Cooper Neville just continues to do the job. Puts it just deep enough where Chun didn't really have a chance to get Schaus, who's a pretty good runner, on the throw.
Chatham second baseman Kelvin Paulino into the right-handed batter's box. Had his first 2 Chatham hits and first 3 Chatham RBIs last night. Barrett comes home. Fastball, called the strike on the outer third. Paulino currently in the portal from Florida State. Played some second and third at Florida State this past season, but primarily a DH there. Pick to first, Hovatter back easily.
Come on, Kelvin, let's go, bud.
Once again, no tag applied by Hawsey. Man on first, 2 gone for Chatham. A's already leading the Harbor Hawks 2-0. 0-1 on Paulino. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball outside. And it's 1-1 on Kelvin Paulino. One pitch. Fastball cut on and missed, strike 2.
just out in front of it. But Paulino's been aggressive, which is different than he was in his first 2 games, and really broke out last night, swinging with some confidence today.
2 hits, 3 RBIs last night. Reached base 3 times with a walk. Another pick to first. Hovatter back easily again. And then he was gracious enough to join us in the Veterans Field press box for the post-game interview last night, sprinting through the pouring rain to get up there with me. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Paulino. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball lined out towards right field. Hangs up there for Zener, who makes the catch for out number 3. Chatham picks up 2 in the top of the first inning. It's 2 runs on 3 hits for the A's. No errors and 1 man left standing. Harlan Hovatter, the man left on first base. When we come back, Oliver Pudvar takes the mound for the first time. He faces the top 3 in the Hyannis order: Taylor Kirk, John Embury, and Caden Miller, when we come back on the other side on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Sports Radio, play-by-play. Go A's! Chatham on GRC.
Eastern Propane and Oil is proud to recognize our hometown heroes throughout the Cape. If you are active duty military, a veteran, police, fire, or EMT personnel, you are eligible for a discount. Oliver Pudvar is out to the mound for Chatham. The redshirt junior just wrapped up his redshirt junior season at the University of Connecticut, one of the rare baseball players from Shelburne, Vermont. One of the rare Vermont baseball players, as the University of Vermont does not field the baseball team. Doesn't field a D1 baseball team at the very least. Pudvar features a fastball, a cut fastball, and then a slider and a changeup for his off-speed pitches. The fastball can sit 87 to 90, uses the slider against left-handed hitters where it'll break away from them, and the changeup against righties, it also breaks away from righties. Slider 76 to 81 against left-handed hitters.
From Fordham, number 34.
First batter he faces is the right-handed hitting second baseman Taylor Kirk in the transfer portal, who spent his last season at Fordham. Kirk from Long Beach, California. 6'1", 180-pound second baseman steps into the right-handed batter's box against Pudvar. First pitch. Fastball, called a strike on the inner third. Zipped right past Kirk's waist in the right-handed batter's box. On the inside part of the plate. Pudvar working quickly. 0-1. Another fastball, called a strike. Inside once more, a touch lower in the zone. No balls and 2 strikes on Kirk, who stepped out. Now he steps back in. Pudvar already ready, hand in his glove, and he comes home. Here's the pitch. Tapped softly to the left side. Home plate umpire rules it bounced off of Kirk's leg before rolling into fair territory. So it is a foul ball. Kirk stays alive. Chatham plated 3 runs in the top half of the inning on 3 straight singles from Bino Waters, Connor Schaus, and Harlan Hovatter, and then a Cooper Neville sac fly. 0-2, popped up, foul, and out of play. Anglers leading the Harbor Hawks 2-0. It's 2 runs on 3 hits for Chatham.
Love Up made the play.
It tailed back towards the field of play. First pitch to Embury. Call the strike. Fastball inner third at the knees that time. Embury, right-handed hitting catcher from Florida Gulf Coast University. 0-1. Inside. 1-1. Pudvar working the inside part of the plate, or trying to start this ball game. 1 ball and 1 strike on Embury. Here's the pitch. Off speed, grounded to the left side. Neville scoops it short, throws to first for out number 2. 6-3 on the putout. Pudvar's retired too quickly. Now the first lefty for Hyannis, Caden Miller, the DH from UTSA, in to face Pudvar. Get some nice applause from the crowd here at McKeon Park. First pitch from Pudvar. Fastball outside, 1-0. Chatham infield playing Miller to pull. Second baseman Paulino pushed more towards the right, and the shortstop Neville almost behind the second base bag. 1-0. Fastball outside again. 2 balls and no strikes on Miller. 2-0. Popped up left side. Frazier gives chase in front of the Hyannis dugout. He reaches up, and he makes the catch. Pop out, ground out, pop out. Both pop outs in foul territory. Pudvar sets him down in order in the bottom of the first inning. It's no runs, no hits, no errors, and no men left for Hyannis. Chatham still out in front 2-0 as we head to the top of the second inning. 7, 8, and 9 due up for Chatham on the other side.
Chatham on TRZ, Cape Cod.
What I want, you got, and it might be hard to handle, but like a flame that burns a candle, the candle feeds the flame. Yeah, what I got, full stock of thoughts and dreams that scatter, when you pull them all together, and how I can't explain. Oh yeah, well, you make my dreams come true.
Hi, this is Cooper Neville from the University of Alabama. You're listening to Chatham A's Baseball with Chase Abrams and Jake Klein on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
7, 8, and 9 coming up for Chatham. Gabe Frazier leads things off, the lefty against the southpaw Barrett. Frazier, the Cape Cod League leader in OPS. A scalding 1.292 after his 3-for-3 effort last night. A couple singles and a double in the 6-4 victory over Falmouth.
Gabe Frazier.
PA has announced him. He's into the left-handed batter's box. A couple swipes of his baby blue cleats in that batter's box. Checks his wooden bat, swings it expectantly, and steps in against the lefty Barrett. First pitch. Fastball low, 1-0.
Off, Gabe. Come on, Gabe.
Frazier, another Chatham infielder, currently in the portal from Florida State University, along with Paulino, who flew out to end last inning. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Let's go, bud.
Big hack from Frazier on the 1-0 pitch. Straight up defense for the Harbor Hawks in the field. 1-1. Breaking ball. Inside. And up high. 2 balls and 1 strike on Frazier. Two 2-1 pitch. Popped up, foul and out of play, straight back. Frazier has found his power stroke in Chatham this summer. A guy who came to Chatham with just 2 career collegiate home runs using the metal bat has 2 home runs this summer with the wooden bat. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball lined softly, foul to the right side. It hung up for a second. Hawsey couldn't get to it from his spot at first base. Frazier stays alive. It's still 2 balls and 2 strikes. His 2 home runs this season are tied for second in the Cape League. 2-2 the count. Barrett comes set. In comes home. Breaking ball inside.
To think that there's somebody in the Cape League already that has 3 home runs through 7 games is mighty impressive, and that's Tyler Myatt of Orleans and Tennessee, who's back for his second summer with the Firebirds and off to a great start.
Full count on Frazier. Here's the payoff. Fastball popped up left side, tailing out of play over the Hyannis bullpen, in play on the third base side. Frazier played 6 games at third base this past season with Florida State. Full count pitch again. Fly ball right field, foul and hooking out of play.
Took a big swing at it. I mean, that was the home run swing we saw a couple of days ago in Katuitt, just out in front of it.
Saw it a couple times a couple of days ago in Katuitt. Blasted 2 home runs to right field into the trees at Lowell Park. Another full count pitch. Fastball tapped straight back foul. Frazier stays alive.
Next time come here, do it yourself. Thank you. They cut it off. Sure. It's a little tight in here.
Count still full on Frazier. Awaits the 3-2 again. Here it is. Fastball called. Strike 3 at the bottom of the zone. Frazier battled. It was the 10th pitch of the at-bat.
Number 27.
But he took a called strike right at the bottom of the zone on the outer third. He goes down looking. It's the first out of the top of the second for Chatham. And Corbin Reynolds walks towards the right-handed batter's box, readjusting his white batting gloves as he does so.
And Chatham's already made Barrett throw 33 pitches.
Through just an inning and a third for Barrett so far. His opening offering to Reynolds. Breaking ball. Called a strike. At the knees of Reynolds. On the inner part of the plate. Oh, 1. Fastball low and in the dirt. The Harbor Hawks 3-4 this season. Identical record with the visiting Chatham A's. Hyannis has won 2 in a row. Chatham's won 3 in a row. One. Swing and a miss. Reynolds way out in front of an off-speed pitch in the dirt, and he's behind 1-2. Reynolds still looking for his first A's hit. He's 0 for 12 so far, though he's walked 4 times. 1-2. Lined foul right at the Hyannis dugout on the third base side.
In some ways.
1 ball and 2 strikes the count on Reynolds. Base is empty, 1 gone on the top of the second. Here's the pitch. Bounces in the dirt, 2-2. Bounced in the dirt well in front of home plate. I mean, it barely reached dirt. Pitch from Barrett very nearly bounced in the grass on its way to home plate. Reynolds laid off.
I think Hyannis is lucky if it can get about 3 innings out of Barrett at this pace. 2 pitches away from 40.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Reynolds down swinging on the 2-2.
Center fielder.
It's the second strikeout of the inning for Barrett. And there's 2 gone for Chatham in the top of the second.
Go, good.
Go, Kaden!
Barrett faces the right-handed hitting center fielder Caden Dosa. With the bases empty and 2 outs in the top of the second. 2-0 Chatham leads. First pitch. Breaking ball lofted sky high just past the infield. The shortstop Lodis races back. The left fielder dives. He can't get it. It bounces off his glove. Head couldn't handle it. Dosa's in the second. He's there standing.
Go, Ryan!
And now Rob Rispoli, the next man up for the A's, with a runner in scoring position and 2 gone.
From UConn, number 3, Rob Rispoli. Rispoli, number 3.
It was a softly hit blooper over shortstop by Dosa. Lodi sprinted back. The left fielder head sprinted in. He dove and it bounced off his glove, trickling towards center field. First pitch to Rispoli, breaking ball, called the strike on the outer third.
Bring him in, Rob. Stay back on the junk.
It's the second appearance of the season for Barrett on the mound. The first start. He went 2 innings his last time out. Pitch to Rispoli, tapped softly left side on the ground. Sprinting it is Embury. He fields, throws to first. Very late. It bounces away from the first baseman, Haase. Dosa scores from second. Rispoli moves to second. And now Chatham leads 3-0 in the top of the second. It was a soft ground ball bouncing towards third base. Embury charged in, fielded with the glove. Even if his throw had been accurate, it would have been late to get Rispoli at first. It was inaccurate. Haase couldn't get it. It bounced past him and allowed Dosa to score all the way from second base.
That's one that, if you're Embury at third, you just eat. You've got basically no chance to get Rispoli once you bobble it once. All throwing it does is risk what happened, an error that placed the run.
First pitch to Bino Waters, a called strike on an off-speed pitch from Barrett. It was ruled a double for Dosa and a single for Rispoli, though he advanced to second on the error.
That's awesome.
Rispoli off of second, 0-1 pitch. Popped up, right side, sky high out towards short right field. Zener jogs in, as does the center fielder Chun, and it's the center fielder Chun making the call and the catch to end the inning. Chatham tacks on one more in the top of the second on the double from Dosa and then the single from Rispoli. It's now 3-0 Anglers as we head to the bottom of the second inning. 4, 5, and 6, the next men due up for Hyannis.
Chatham on TRZ, Cape Cod.
Guess who just got back today? Them wild-eyed boys that had been away haven't changed, had much to say. But man, I still think them cats are crazy. They were asking if you were around, how you was, where you could be found. I told them you were living downtown, driving all the old men crazy. The boys are back in town. I said, the boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. You know that chick that
Welcome back to a mostly sunny McKeon Park here in Hyannis, Massachusetts. It's time for the bottom of the second inning. First pitch from Pudvar, popped up foul and out of play by J.P. Head. He's down 0-1. A 1 pitch. Fastball tapped softly, foul and out of play again. Head down 0-2. Your defensive alignment for Chatham is presented by Short and Sweet Ice Cream. Bino Waters plays left, Caden Dosa in center. Rob Rispoli, a rare start in right. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Swung at an off-speed pitch in the dirt, did Head. He's down on 3 pitches to start off this bottom of the second inning. Left to right across the Chatham infield. Gabe Frazier plays third. Cooper Neville, the shortstop. Kelvin Paulino back at second base for the second day in a row. And Harlan Hovatter, as he's done all season, plays first. Corbin Reynolds tonight catching for Pudvar. First pitch to Zener, a called strike. Fastball down the heart of the plate. Zener down 0-1. 0-1. Breaking ball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike now on Zener. Zener, left-handed hitting right fielder from University of South Carolina upstate. Faces the southpaw Pudvar. 1-1. Line drive roped into right field and down for a base hit. Rispoli scoops it on a couple hops out there. Zener heads to first with the first Hyannis hit of the evening.
From Centralia, number 10, Jordan Lodice. Lodice, number 10.
All right, let's go. Roll it up. Yeah, Kyle, let's just roll it.
Jordan Lodice steps into the right-handed batter's box for Hyannis. Shortstop from Georgia Tech with a man on first and 1 gone. Pudvar looks Zener back to first and comes home. Popped up, foul and out of play. Just 18 pitches so far for Pudvar this game. Staring at Zener on first, comes home. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Pudvar working very quickly on the Chatham mound today. A's lead the Harbor Hawks 3-0 with 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 strikeouts this game, 2 strikeouts this inning for Pudvar. There's 2 gone in the bottom of the second inning. And Trey Hawsey striding towards the left-handed batter's box. Hawsey, the left-handed hitting first baseman, transferring from Louisiana Tech to Ole Miss after his summer in Hyannis. Action in the Harbor Hawk bullpen. First pitch. Off speed outside, 1-0. Zener off of first with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Pudvar's pitch in the dirt, 2-0. Reynolds blocked it from going to the backstop at McKeon Park, kept Zener on first. Two balls and no strikes. Pick to first. Save. It was close enough that it warranted a dive from Zener back to the first base bag and a quick tag from Hovatter. But Zener back ahead of the tag. 2-0. Fastball cut on and foul tip to the mitt. Bounces towards the backstop. Zener made a break for second, but it's a dead ball.
Over.
2 balls and 1 strike on Hawsey. Here's the pitch. Off speed outside. And it's 3-1 now. Hawsey started the hands for a second, didn't go around. And he's in a hitter's count against Pudvar. 3-1 pitch. Grounded right side. Moving over is Paulino. He scoops on a bounce and throws to first for the out. It was actually the shortstop, Neville, who was on the right side of second base, picking it on a couple hops and throwing to the first baseman, Hovatter, for the third out. No runs for Hyannis still through 2 innings of play. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left standing on first base. We head to the top of the 3rd inning. Chatham winning 3-0.
Chatham A's on the air.
You get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime, sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. Band is blowing Dixie, double fall time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring. Well, now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain, they hear the
Milton Cat, proud to power the Cape all summer long. 3-0 your score from McKeon Park alongside Jake Klein. I'm Chase Abrams, bringing you this Game 8 of 2026, Chatham and Hyannis, the battle of a couple 3 and 4 teams this evening. Chatham having the best of the battle thus far, winning by 3 runs after 2 innings of play. Connor Schaus leads things off for the A's in the top half of the third. Heart of the Chatham order due up this inning, 3, 4, and 5. After Schaus, it's Harlan Hovatter and Cooper Neville for the A's. Schaus into the right-handed batter's box against the lefty Barrett. First pitch to him, low and away. Schaus shuffle, and he's ahead 1-0. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball, low and away again. Schaus is ahead 2-0. Action in the Hyannis bullpen. Braden Sharp, the lefty, warming up in foul territory on the third base side. Out in medium left field. Schaus ahead 2-0. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, 3-0. Schaus feeling himself a little bit. Couple shimmies of the hips. He's ahead 3 balls and no strikes.
We'll have to ask him about that because it's almost increased as this early season has gone on.
I mean, he's gotten more confident as the season's gone on. I think that's what it is. His batting average up to a sterling 370 after his hit earlier. 3-0 pitch. Popped up on the infield, sky high. Kirk drifts back behind second base and makes the catch. 3-0 green light for Schaus. He yelled at himself the second he made contact as it went sky high beyond second base. He is retired on the pop-out, and there's 1 gone in the top of the third.
Well, we said he was confident enough to take a 3-0 rip leading off this third inning.
3-0 hack yields just the pop-up for Schaus. And Harlan Hovatter's up with the bases empty and 1 gone. First pitch to him. Breaking ball bounces in the dirt. 1-0. Hovatter brought Bino Waters home on what were 3 consecutive singles for the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Chatham in the top of the first. It was the first Chatham run of the game so far. 1-0. Fastball, called the strike. Inner third at the knees of Hovatter. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Back-to-back lefties for the first time in the Chatham order right now, Hovatter and Neville. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball, line drive left side, snared by Embury for the second out. Hovatter hit it on the screws, but right at Embury, who snagged it in front of his face. The hot shot at the hot corner. Hovatter is retired, and there's 2 outs on Chatham in the top of the third.
Not much you can do if you're Hovatter. Smoked it on a line right at Embury.
First pitch to Neville. Low and in the dirt. 1-0.
And that's 2 balls Hovatter's hit real hard tonight. The RBI single in the first and then that line drive.
The single in the first was to right field. He went the other way on the line drive. It was just right at Embury at third base. 1-0. Low again, 2-0. Neville supplied the second Anglers run this game with a sac fly in the top of the first inning. The A's scored their 3rd run of the game with 2 outs in the second inning after Dosa doubled and Rispoli singled them home. 2-0. Low again. Neville ahead 3-0. It was a Dosa double on a short blooper that just fell between the left fielder head and the shortstop Lodi's. And then Rispoli on a bouncing ball in front of third base that Embury threw away brought Dosa home. 3-0. Call the strike. Neville taking all the way this time. After watching Schaus take a bit of a different approach to start this inning. 3-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Full count on Neville. Bases empty and 2 gone in the top of the third. Anglers up 3-0 over the Harbor Hawks. Here's the payoff. Line drive, left side, and right at the shortstop Lodi's for the third out.
Tough luck inning for the A's.
Yeah, a couple lineouts, couple hard hit lineouts to the left side by left-handed hitters, but right at Embry and Lodi's, who both made the catch, and the side is retired. It's no runs on no hits for Chatham, no errors, and no men left. When we come back, it's 8-9-1 due up for Hyannis on the other side.
Chatham A's on the air.
Small town, and I live in a small town. Every day in a small town, small communities. All my friends in a small town. My parents live in the same small town. My job is a small town, but there's little opportunity. Educated in a small town, taught to fear Jesus in a small town. Used to daydream in that small town. Another boy.
Back at McKeon Park for the bottom of the third inning, Oliver Pudvar retakes the rubber for Chatham. He faces 8, 9, and 1 in the Harbor Hawk order. He's retired 6 of the 7 batters he's faced to this point. Starting things off, Efren Ortega, the right-handed hitting catcher from UC Irvine, leads off. First pitch to him. Fastball outside, 1-0. Just 25 pitches for Pudvar through 2 innings of work. Working very quickly as well. 1-0 pitch. Inside, 2-0. Pudvar pitching out of the windup, but pretty much going the second he's ready. 2-0 pitch. Called the strike at the bottom of the zone. Down the middle part of the strike zone at the knees of Ortega. 2-1 pitch. Up and in, 3-1. Ortega's stepping out after every pitch that Pudvar throws just to kind of maybe slow him down a little bit on the mound, because the second Ortega comes set, Pudvar comes home. Ortega back out, now he's back in. Ready, here's the 3-1. Fastball popped up. Short right center field. Dosa sprints in, still coming in, and he settles under it and makes the catch. It hung up in the air long enough for Dosa, who started back and then sprinted all the way in from right center field into really short right center behind the second baseman to make the catch. And there's one gone in the bottom of the third.
It was shallow enough where I thought the second baseman, Paulino, might be in play to make that catch. Rispoli came in from right as well. That's your center fielder's ball.
First pitch to Chun is cut on and missed, strike 1.
If the center fielder can take it, he should.
Oh, in every scenario. No balls and 1 strike on Tanner Chun, right-handed hitting outfielder. The pitch. Fastball called, the strike 0-2. Oh, 0-2 pitch. Bounces in the dirt. Chun keeps the bat on his shoulders. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chun just wrapped up a season at Tulane. He goes to Hawaii following this summer. A couple warm destinations. 1-2 pitch. Line foul. Third base side towards the Hyannis dugout. Or rather, the Hyannis bullpen in the field of play on the third base side.
And because this is one of the few Cape League fields where the bullpen is in the field of play in foul territory, the catcher nearly smoked.
1-2, popped up, right side. Paulino drifts back. In comes the right fielder, Rispoli. He waves for it and snags it for out number 2.
The second baseman.
2 flyouts to open this bottom of the third inning for Hyannis.
Kirk, number 34.
Base is empty for the leadoff man, Taylor Kirk. Sun now fully out. Storm clouds are gone. Just a few white clouds. First pitch to Kirk. Grounded left side. Charging in is Neville. He fields it on one hop and throws to Hovanner for out number 3. Kirk grounds out on the first pitch he sees in the third inning, 6-3. And we are headed to the top of the fourth inning. Chatham out in front, 3-0. When we come back, Jake Klein takes over the play-by-play mic. He's got Kelvin Paulino, Gabe Frazier, and Corbin Reynolds, 6, 7, and 8 in the Chatham order. Coming up on the other side on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Sports Radio, play-by-play. Go A's! Chatham on GRC.
Hi, this is Dennis Cook, manager of the Chatham Anglers. You're listening to Chatham A's Baseball with Chase Abrams and Jake Klein on Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Back for the top of the fourth inning, Jake Klein has the play-by-play headset.
All right, Chase. Time for the fourth at McKeon Park. Suddenly sunny and warm. Shadows cast by tall trees down the left field line across the outfield. And Hyannis has made a Chatham Barzin call to the bullpen. The day is done for the lefty starter Easton Barrett. He's replaced by fellow left-hander Braden Sharp, 6'2", 171 pounds, out of Rice, a native of the Woodlands, Texas. He makes his second appearance, allowed a run in 3 innings. His first appearance in the Cape League.
Leading off for the Anglers.
Spent his first 2 years at Tennessee. Spent 2026 as a redshirt junior at Rice. Final line on the starter Barrett. He goes 3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, no walks and 3 strikeouts. Kelvin Paulino in, first pitch of the fourth. Swung on and lofted into shallow center field. Chun jogs in, now to his left. Still coming in, he makes the catch by his left shoulder for the first out. Paulino retired on 1 pitch, and there's 1 away in the top of the fourth.
Third baseman from Florida State, number 25.
That brings up Gabe Frazier, left-handed hitting third baseman for Chatham, who's 0 for 1. He worked a 10-pitch at bat against the starter Barrett in the second inning, but struck out looking. Left-on-left matchup. Sharp winds up. First pitch to Frazier. Inside, 1-0.
Go, Gabe!
Left-hander winds. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball. Frazier out in front of it. 1-1 on him. Chatham 3, Hyannis nothing. Top of the fourth. Nobody on, 1 out. Left-on-left matchup. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball grounded foul wide of first. In between the first base bag and Mateo Martinez, the Chatham first base coach. Left-hander delivers in the dirt. It bounces up off the mask of the catcher Ortega and caroms to the backstop. Count goes even on Frazier, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the sun, which is rapidly sinking toward the horizon, has ducked behind a cloud, casting McKeon Park in shadow. 2-2. Lined on one hop to the shortstop, Lodis. He comes up with it and throws low, dug out at first by Hawsey. And Frazier is retired, and he comes up limping, and he goes down, grabbing at his left knee behind the first base bag.
27, Corbin Reynolds. Reynolds, number 27.
Gabe Frazier writhing in pain down the right field line, and Chatham training staff is out to catch up with him. And this would be a consequential loss for the A's, Chase. He's the Cape League's OPS leader a week in.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like everything he was hitting last night was finding grass. He's really just been on a tear ever since the Chatham blowout of Cotuit a few nights ago. It's buoyed his season stats. He's been hitting the ball hard every time. And now he's down in pain. Couldn't tell if he was grabbing at his knee or maybe it was a hamstring injury. You see hamstring injuries so commonly when you're sprinting down the line like that.
He has popped back up and is now hobbling back toward the Chatham dugout. Gets a round of applause from the A's and Harbor Hawks supporters in attendance and heads back to the Chatham dugout. So we'll have to see if Frazier is able to continue as he gets up on the trainer's table. And the right-handed hitting 8-hole hitter Corbin Reynolds steps in with nobody on and 2 men out. Left on right. First pitch to Reynolds. Fastball called a strike right at the knees. 0-1. Now Frazier ran through first base fine and kept going maybe a third of the way down the right field line. He was way past first when he pulled up. 0-1 in the dirt. 1-1.
It was a close play at first. I thought his sprinting down further down the line was almost like I can't think of the word, but he was kind of protesting, almost a protest of the call of out at first base.
Like, I'm just going to keep on going. 1-1. Swing and a miss by Reynolds. Out in front of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Frazier is sitting on the trainer's table at the end of the Chatham dugout, and he just tosses his head back and groans. 1-2 in the dirt. Count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
This is probably one of the only parks in the Cape Cod League where we'd be able to see him on the trainer's table in the dugout. We can see straight into the dugout on the first base side.
Some of his Chatham teammates over to check on him. Nobody on, 2 out. 2-2 to Reynolds. Tapped foul at home plate. Nicks off the left arm of the home plate umpire, Sam Finn. And the count stays 2-2 on Reynolds. Left-hander readies. The windup. The 2-2. Down and in. Count goes full on Corbin Reynolds. Right-handed hitting 9-hole hitter Caden Dosa waits on deck. Lefty winds, payoff to Reynolds. Breaking ball inside, ball 4. Reynolds walks again. He continues to be a walk or a strikeout. He's got 1 of each today, and Chatham has a 2-out base runner for Dosa.
Does that mean he's due for the 3rd true outcome, Jake?
The 3rd true outcome, the home run. Chatham has only 2 of them in this young Cape League season. Both belong to Gabe Frazier. Left on right, first pitch to Dosa. Upstairs, he checks his swing, appeal to first. No swing, says the first base umpire, Ryan Damari. Pick to first, save, close play. Reynolds dives back head first. Dosa went 0 of 3 in the 9-hole yesterday, but he doubled 2 games ago when he came in as a pinch hitter for Reynolds in the 8th inning. The pitch, outside. Dosa goes ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Chatham 3, Hyannis nothing. Top of the 4th at McKeon Park. The A's have a runner, Reynolds, on first with 2 out. 2 balls, no strikes on Dosa. The lefty sharp sets. Here's the pitch. Fastball inside, 3-0. The lights have just started to come on here at McKeon Park. Starting ever so slightly to warm up. Still plenty of daylight. 3-0. Taken all the way. Dosa takes it on the inside corner for his called strike. 3-1.
Good job, bud. It's right here, kid.
Left-hander set. Sharp home. Up and away, ball 4. Dosa works a 5-pitch walk. Consecutive 2-out walks worked by Chatham. Reynolds moves up to second, and there are 2 on for the leadoff man, Rob Rispoli.
Come on, Rob. Good job, bud.
Good job, Rob.
Right-hander digs in. First pitch. Fastball down the middle. Check swing. Appeal to first. He went. Ryan Damari pumps the fist for strike 1. Looked pretty much like a strike anyway.
I was shocked, yeah. The call wasn't made by the home plate umpire.
Oh, under Rispoli. Breaking ball right over the heart. 0-2 on the right-handed hitter.
I think he was sitting fastball that time. I mean, the bat came down the second the pitch came in, and then, boop, dropped right into the strike zone.
Rispoli, 1 of 2, struck out looking to lead off the ball game, singled on a ground ball down the third base line. 0-2. Breaking ball, tapped foul. Wide of third. It skips down the left field line and rolls all the way toward the Hyannis bullpen.
Nobody better with 2.
And he couldn't have hit the ball on his single more than 30 or 40 feet up the third base line. But reached first, and then the throw from the third baseman, Embry, was past the first base bag, and Dosa ended up scoring. Another 0-2 in the dirt. Blocked by Ortega. Keeps the runners at first and second with 2 out, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Rispoli. Reynolds takes his lead off of second. Dosa off of first with 2 away. Chatham ahead 3-0, top 4. The 1-2. Down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rispoli's evened up the count.
More battles.
It's one of the things Dennis Cook has said about Rob Rispoli. Asked him today why Rispoli was the candidate to replace Rhett Johnson at the top of the order. He said he's a tough out. 2-2 home. Lined into left center field. Will it get down? Yes, into the gap in left center. It skips past the center fielder and rolls to the wall. Reynolds comes in from second. Dosa chugs around third. He scores. The throw into third, cut off. Rob Rispoli drives in 2. Make it 5-0 Chatham in the top of the 4th.
Attaboy, Robbie! Oh, boy!
The left fielder from
They scored a single and an E8 in center by Chun, who just overran it. It bounced right behind his outstretched glove and rolled almost all the way to the wall in left center field. First pitch to Bino Waters. Upstairs, 1-0. So Rispoli now has 2 plays that have been ruled single plus error.
And he's driven in 3.
The pitch clocked into left center field. Head goes back, he pulls up, and just a couple of feet in front of the left center field fence, he makes the catch to end the inning. But Chatham gets 2 more. The single plus the error by Chun in center gave the A's a 5-0 lead. 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left on base after 3.5 at McKeon Park in Hyannis. It's Chatham 5 and Hyannis 0. Don't go anywhere. Oliver Pudbar is coming back out for more on the other side. It's Chatham A's baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRZ, Cape Cod.
Pros Stadionic is the official netting and facility solutions partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. When it comes to netting and building iconic sports facilities, it's Netting Pros Stadionic making sports facilities iconic. Back at McKeon Park to start the bottom of the 4th. Jake and Chase with you, Diamond side at Judy Walden Scarifiel Field here at McKeon Park. And Chatham has a 5-0 lead over the Harbor Hawks. The A's in search of a 4th straight win. The lefty Oliver Pudvar back out, faces the righty hitting John Embry. First pitch, waved at and foul tipped. 0-1. It'll be Embry, Caden Miller, and J.P. Head, 2, 3, and 4 in the Hyannis order. Left-hander home. The pitch, fouled off. First base side out of play over the Chatham dugout into the trees. You can hardly tell when you're sitting in McKeon Park, but it's only a couple of 100 yards from the water. Trees encircle the outfield. 0-2, up and in on the righty. 1-2. Tall trees that start by the light tower down the left field line, wrap all the way around the outfield fence and behind the Chatham dugout first base side. 1-2, down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. But just on the other side of those trees, the Harbor, and hence the Harbor Hawks for the Ospreys. 2-2 is tapped foul toward the on-deck circle. Count stays even on Embry. There are osprey nests on a number of the light poles here at McKeon Park. 2-2. Fastball grounded to short. Neville tees it up, scoops it between his legs, and fires to first in time to retire Embry, who's 0 for 2. 1 up, 1 down in the 4th for Pudvar. That brings up the left-handed hitting DH Caden Miller out of UT San Antonio. Miller 0 for 1. He popped out to Gabe Frazier at third, who remains in the game for Chatham after he came up gingerly running down the first base line last half inning. First pitch, fouled back, off the net backstop. No balls and a strike. Pitch, tapped foul on the ground first base side. And the count goes to 0-2 on Miller.
I was surprised to see Frazier come back into this game. I mean, the way he was hobbling back to the dugout made me think that his day was done.
0-2. Breaking ball just outside. A ball and 2 strikes on the left-handed hitting Caden Miller. Just the 1 hit allowed so far by Pudvar, the line drive single by Zener. 1-2. Inside. Down even 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the lefties even it up. Pudvar rocks 2-2. High and tight, and they say it hit him. Just glanced him on the forearm, and Pudvar, who went ahead 0-2 on Miller, throws 2 consecutive balls and then hits him. It's the second Hyannis base runner, and Miller is aboard with 1 out, and Hyannis trailing 5-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Left on right, the pitch. Swung on and missed by J.P. Head. 0-1.
Hey now, 3-7.
Head, a right-handed hitter out of the University of Alabama, Birmingham. Pudvar home. Fastball clips the outside corner on a check swing. 0-2 again. Pudvar gets ahead.
One more, bud.
Left-hander ready. Stares in against the righty hitter. Looks to first, now home. Just nicked foul at home plate. Bounces up into the chest area of the catcher Reynolds. Stays no balls and 2 strikes. Miller on first with 1 away after the hit by pitch. 0-2 on the right-handed hitting Head. Struck out his first time up. Another 0-2. Just barely fouled off. Got a piece of a low breaking ball and grounded it softly toward the Hyannis dugout on the third base side. It's another arm up in the Hyannis bullpen down the left field line. Another 0-2. Inside. A ball and 2 strikes.
Right there.
Zener is on deck, responsible for the only Hyannis hit to this point. Lefty set. 0-1-2. Grounded foul again. Pudvar just not quite able to put Head away. This is about the point of the game where Pudvar ran into trouble last outing when he started at Wareham on the 3rd day of the season. The pitch, breaking ball, off the plate away. Pudvar rolls his head at the umpire, Sam Finn, who does not give him the call, and the count goes even 2-2. Pudvar got 12 outs at Wareham. 2-2, popped foul. Off the net backstop, stays 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pardon me, he got 12 outs. I'm checking my own multiplication.
4 times 3.
Went 4+ innings, couldn't get an out in the 5th at Wareham. 2-2. Fastball called, strike 3. There it is. Pudvar punches out Head for the 2nd time today. 2 gone.
Fielder from USC, upstate, number 41, Henry Zener. Zener, number 41.
Brings up the left-handed hitting Henry Zener, who again has the only Hyannis hit of the day. Turned around a first pitch fastball from Pudvar in the 2nd and lined it into right. First pitch, another fastball. This one called a strike, right near the letters of the left-handed hitter. 0-1. Chatham 5, Hyannis nothing. A pick to first, not in time. Miller dives back safely. Wind continues to whip out to right. 0-1. Fastball just downstairs. And Pudvar pushes his palm toward the ground. At home plate umpire Sam Finn, as if to ask, that missed low? Finn nods back to him. 1-1. Fastball. Called a strike. Runner goes. Throw to the pitcher. Pudvar to second. Not in time. Chatham tried the old infield relay, but it comes up short. And the delayed steal for Caden Miller puts him on second with 2 out.
It was actually pretty well executed by Chatham. Probably about as well as that could have possibly gone.
Fairly close play at second. 1-2. The pitch to Zener. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Oliver Pudvar has thrown 4 scoreless innings, just 1 hit allowed, and he punctuates the 4th with consecutive strikeouts, his 3rd and 4th of the day. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base after 4 at McKeon Park. It's Chatham 5 and Hyannis nothing. Don't go anywhere. It's Chatham A's Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRC, Cape Cod.
Like tell you about now, baby. You know she comes around. Just about 5'4", from her head to the ground. You know she comes around here just about midnight. She make her feel so good, love. She make her feel alright. And her name is G. L. Whoa.
In Hyannis. Time for the start of the 5th with Chase Abrams. I'm Jake Klein.
The 99 Restaurant Pub is proud.
Right-handed pitcher coming in for Hyannis. It's Raymond Olivas. It will be a sophomore at the University of California, Santa Barbara next season. And he is the 3rd pitcher, or rather the 2nd pitcher out of the Harbor Hawk bullpen and the 3rd overall for the Harbor Hawks tonight. Just added today to this Hyannis roster. And he faces Chatham's 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Connor Schaus, Harlan Hovatter, and Cooper Neville. A group that has combined for 2 hits and 2 runs batted into this point.
Leading off for the Anglers, the designated.
So Olivas takes the mound, and the right-handed hitting Connor Schaus will greet him. Olivas, a 6'1", 180-pound righty from Stockton, California. He led UC Santa Barbara with 27 relief appearances this past year. Right on right with Schaus. Olivas winds, first pitch. Fastball clocked into deep left field. Head turns back. Now he slows up and he makes the catch right past, or right in front of the fence for the first out. Schaus hit another one hard. Playable though for Head, who makes the catch, and 1 gone for Harlan Hovatter.
Schaus swung 3-0 last time, swung first pitch this time. He's playing with a lot of confidence right now.
First pitch has been more of his MO to this point in the season. Especially early, he was really jumping on a couple of pitches. First pitch to Hovatter, breaking ball down and in. 0-1. Schaus was responsible for the only Chatham run on opening day at Bourne when he lined a first pitch single into center field that made it a 3-1 game, and eventually Chatham would lose 5-1. 0-1 to Hovatter. Breaking ball, chopped right side. Hawsey backs up on it, plays it on 2 hops, shovels to the pitcher, covering in time for the second out. 2 up, 2 down out of the bullpen for Raymond Olivas.
Number 50, Cooper Neville.
Schaus flies to left. Hovatter grounds out 3-1. And the left-handed hitting Cooper Neville steps in. Right on left. Olivas home. Breaking ball grounded sharply, will foul. Just wide of first. Neville 0 for 1. He lined a sacrifice fly into center his first time out and lined out to short in the third. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Right over top of the off-speed offering, it's 0-2. Olivas a pitch away from working a 1-2-3, top of the fifth. And ahead of the 0-2, the righty steps off, checks the PitchCom device on his wrist.
50-50 raffle tickets, anybody?
0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. It is a 1-2-3 inning in the Cape League debut for Olivas. He gets Schaus to fly out, Hovatter to ground out, and strikes out Neville to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base in the top of the fifth. We are halfway home on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Chatham is in front of Hyannis, 5-0. Don't go anywhere. Pudvar back to the mound. They face 6, 7, and 8 when we return.
The Cape's leader, sports radio play-by-play. Go A's! Chatham on TRC, Cape Cod. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, give it all a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Oh, give it all a prayer. Well. Johnny's got his six-string high. Now he's opening what he used to make it talk so tough. It's tough. Gina dreams of running away. She cries in the night time and whispers, baby, it's okay. Someday we gotta hold on to what we got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We got each other, and that's a lot for love. We give it a shot.
We're halfway there on the Cape Cod Baseball Network, and the bottom of the fifth begins. Oliver Pudvar back out. His first pitch to Jordan Lodis is inside 1-0. Pudvar has thrown 4 scoreless innings, brings a 5-0 lead to the fifth. 1-0, popped up on the infield right side. The second baseman Paulino calls for it. He shuffles to his right and he makes the catch, lunging behind second base for the first out.
From Louisiana Tech, number 3.
3 in a row retired by Pudvar after the one-out hit by pitch in the fourth. And he struck out Head and Zehner to end that inning, and now gets Lodis to pop out. He's now 0 of 2. Big burly left-handed hitter Trey Hawsey steps in from the left side. First pitch in the dirt. 1-0. Hawsey, the first baseman, headed to Ole Miss next year. 1-0 to him. Lined the opposite way. Waters comes on. He lets it bounce in front of him. A base hit. Chatham had the infield shift on, playing the lefty Hawsey to pull, and he went the opposite way with it, smacking it over where the third baseman would be playing and into left field. Just the second Hyannis hit of the night. So runner on first with 1 out as Pudvar comes set, ready to face the righty hitting Efren Ortega. First pitch, up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Pudvar has recorded an out here in the fifth, so he's gone farther than he did in Game 3 at Wareham. 1-0. Fastball called a strike, up in the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dennis Cook has not been shy in his praise for Pudvar, saying outwardly, I really like him. 1-1, down and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch will be number 67 out of the left hand of Pudvar. 2-1. Fastball called a strike. 2-2 on the right-handed hitting Efren Ortega. There is action in the Chatham bullpen down the right field line. As Pudvar, you figure, nears the end of his night. Trying to get through the fifth. 2-2. Popped up, foul territory, and it drifts out of play. Remains 2 balls and 2 strikes on Efren Ortega. Right-handed hitting catcher out of UC Irvine. Popped out to center his first time up. Lefty set another 2-2 home. Grounded sharply to second. Paulino fields. Flips to second for 1. Neville to first. In time. Double play. 4-6-3. The A's dial it up, and Pudvar has thrown 5 scoreless in Hyannis. He gets Ortega to ground into the twin killing. And there are no Hyannis runs in the inning. 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base after the double play. After 5 innings, it's Chatham 5, Hyannis nothing at McKeon Park, and the A's come back to the plate next. You're listening to Chatham A's Baseball on the Cape Cod.
A's on the air.
Headed for the sunshine, I left a good thing behind. Seemed all of our love was in vain. Now my baby's coming in on the Tucson train. I come here looking for a new life, one I wouldn't have to explain. That voice that keeps me awake at night, one little piece would make everything right. If I could just turn off my brain. But now my baby's coming in on the Tucson train. We fought hard over nothing. We fought till nothing remained. I've carried that nothing for a long time. Now I carry my operator's license and spend my days just running this.
Back at McKeon Park. 5-0 the Chatham lead as the 6th inning begins. And again, Hyannis makes a Chatham Barzin call to the bullpen. They bring on the 6'1", 198-pound Oregon State right-hander Jack Giordano, a San Diego native who started his career at the University of San Diego and then pitched in 9 games this past season for Oregon State. A 1-0 record with a 10.80 ERA. He makes his Cape League debut. He is the 4th Hyannis pitcher of the evening, and he's greeted by the right-handed hitting Kelvin Paulino Jr.
Baseman from Florida State, number 40, Kelvin Paulino Jr.
Go, Kelvin!
Number 40.
Paulino steps in to the righty box. Hyannis brings its third baseman John Embry in on the lip of the infield grass. Everybody else straight up for this right-on-right matchup. Giordano's first pitch. Up and in. 1-0. Giordano set, quickly ready for the 1-0. Here it is. Downstairs, 2 straight balls to start the outing. Time for a check of Major League Baseball scores brought to you by Mahi Gold Outfitters. Chase?
Jake, your Yankees fell to the Reds in New York 4-1.
Series loss. 2-0 to Paulino. Upstairs, 3-0.
Brewers beat the Braves 9-4 in Atlanta. Marlins best the Giants 2-1 in Miami.
Right-hander Giordano set. Here's the pitch. Fastball just below the knees, ball 4. He comes in for his first appearance in the Cape Cod Baseball League and walks the first batter he faces. Paulino's aboard to lead off the 6th.
Cardinals beat the Royals 12-10. Orioles beat the Dodgers 12-1.
Wow. The Dodgers don't lose 12-1 very often.
No. And the Red Sox fell to the Mariners 3-1 on the road.
Left-handed hitting Gabe Frazier stands in the first pitch. Down and away, 1-0. Frazier grounded out to short last time up. He ran through first base and went to the ground in pain. Came back in to play defense the next half inning. 1-0. Fastball called a strike, top of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Just a check swing from Frazier. To me, it looked a little ginger.
Runner on first, nobody out. Chatham ahead 5-0, top of the 6th. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. 1-2. Nothing ginger about that one.
No, I was just about to say that. Big hack.
Goes to a ball and 2 strikes on the left-handed hitter. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout looking and a ground out to short. Readies for the 1-2. Here it is. Breaking ball in the dirt, and it hit Frazier. It bounced and then just nicked his back heel, and he jogs to first.
The catcher from Vanderbilt, number
Hit by pitch moves Paulino to second, Frazier to first, and Corbin Reynolds comes up as the catcher Efren Ortega goes to the mound to talk with Giordano. Well, you're all out of Major League Baseball scores presented by Mahi Gold Outfitters.
We could keep going.
You got more?
The Pirates beat the Rockies 8-6 today. Astros over the Guardians 2-1. Rangers over the Padres 4-3. There's one game that's not a final, and it's Phillies-Mets at Citizens Bank Park. That started just 13 minutes ago.
Mound visit over. Thank you, Chase. First pitch to Reynolds, cut on and missed. 0-1. During the mound visit, Chatham brought a pinch runner into the game. So Gabe Frazier is out, and Tyler Lichtenberger out of Clemson runs for him at first. 0-1 to Reynolds. Line to the backstop. No balls and 2 strikes.
Curious to see what the defensive alignment is for Chatham when they go back out in the field.
Frazier has played every inning of the season so far for the A's at third base. 0-2 on Reynolds. First and second, nobody out. Giordano home. Breaking ball upstairs. Just above the letters, 1-2.
So the question is, do you move Paulino to third, where he has played before? He played this past season at Florida State, and you put Lichtenberger at second, where he's played in Chatham, or do you just insert Lichtenberger at third?
1-2 to Reynolds. High and tight. He turns out of the way of the breaking ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now Lichtenberger by trade is a shortstop, so he can play the left side of the infield, although he hasn't yet with the A's. 2-2 to Reynolds. Fastball muscled in the air to short. Lodis backs up. He makes the catch. The infield fly rule called anyway. And that is the first out of the 6th.
Number 22, Caden Dosa.
Brings up the 9-hole hitter, Caden Dosa, with runners on first and second and 1 out. Dosa today is 1 for 1, a double and a walk. He scored twice.
Good job, bud.
Giordano set. Right-hander deals in the dirt, blocked by Ortega. Paulino off of second, Lichtenberger, the pinch runner, off of first. Right-handed hitter against the righty Giordano. The pitch Check swing, he bounces it on the ground, right side. Fielded at first. The flip to first is just in time to beat Dosa. It works basically as a sacrifice bunt on a check swing nubber to first. Hawsey came up with it. Dosa, who can fly, made it a close play. In the end, punched out, and the runners moved to second and third with 2 out for the leadoff man, Rob Rispoli. Rispoli is 2 for 3. He has singled, and each time after his single, the Hyannis defense has made an error. Right on right the pitch. Fastball called a strike right at the knees. 0-1. He hit a dribbler down the third base line in the second for a single and went to second when the throw from the third baseman went past first. The pitch waved at and missed. 0-2. And then in the fourth, he hit a looping line drive into left center field that skipped past the center fielder Chun, almost went all the way to the wall, and Rispoli went to third on that play. The 0-2 pitch upstairs on the right-handed hitter. 1-2. 5-0 Chatham. Top of the sixth, and the A's threatening for more. They've got runners on second and third with 2 out. Right-hander Giordano set. Peers in for the sign. 1-2. Up and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch clocked into center field, in the air, Chun back near the fence. He pulls up and he makes the catch, walking to his left to end the inning. Rispoli gave it a ride, but ultimately he leaves 2 in scoring position. Flies out to center. No runs, no hits in the inning, no errors, and 2 men left on base. After 5.5 in Hyannis, the hosts trail the visiting Chatham A's 5-0. Back in a moment. Chatham A's baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham A's on the air.
Hi, this is Tyler Lichtenberger from Clemson University. You're listening to Chatham A's Baseball with Chase Abrams and Jake Klein on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Taking over.
Jake and Chase back with you, and Tyler Lichtenberger has just entered the game. He comes in to play second base. Kelvin Paulino moves to third.
Kelvin Paulino Jr.
Meanwhile, on the mound for Chatham, there is a new pitcher with the A's ahead 5-0, headed to the bottom of the sixth. It's Notre Dame right-hander Osheen Lee, who comes in to make his third appearance after Oliver Pudvar, the starter from UConn, went 5 innings, allowed 2 hits, no runs, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. For Pudvar, the lefty, he leaves in line for his first win.
Yeah, Pudvar, his last time out, just ran into trouble the second the 5th inning came around. He gave up a 1-out single to Trey Hawsey, but then the defense flipped 4-6-3 to get him out of the inning.
Lee faces Tanner Chun, and his first pitch is drilled foul down the left field line. Well foul, but also awfully close to home run distance. Had it been straightened out by the right-handed hitter, Chun.
A little warning shot for Lee just into this game.
A 1 hit him. Got him on the elbow area, and Oisin Lee has hit the first batter he has faced. Now, Lee has appeared twice. He's made it just 2 innings and a third across his 2 appearances, and his ERA sits at 15.43.
Spin it, boys.
Right on left for the right-handed hitting leadoff man, Kirk, who swings at the first pitch and flies to center, and Dosa is there for it for the first out. So Lee bounces back on 1 pitch and gets Taylor Kirk to fly out.
Third baseman from
Nice bounce back for Lee.
29, John.
There's 1 gone as John Embry comes to the plate. Lee last pitched in Chatham's most recent loss to Yarmouth Dennis, a 4-1 loss when he came in after 5 scoreless innings from the starter, Angel Cervantes, and then got the loss. First pitch, fastball called a strike low outside corner, 0-1. In that game, Lee pitched an inning and a third and allowed 4 earned runs on 4 hits with 2 walks and a strikeout. 0-1 to Embry. Fastball darts down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's take a look at the scores across the Cape, brought to you as always by the Massachusetts Office of Travel and Tourism. Chase?
Yarmouth Dennis 10-1 over Harwich right now in the top of the 8th.
1-1. Pitch is upstairs. Runner took off and then put the brakes on.
Brewster ahead of Bourne 1-0 in the top of the 6th. Brewster with the bases loaded in that. Fellow bases loaded situation in Falmouth, where the Commodores lead the game in 5-4. The Wareham has the bases loaded with nobody out.
2-1. Grounded left side. Neville backhand slide in the hole. Throw to second for 1. Lichtenberger relay in time. A double play and a beauty. Neville sprinted to his right. He slid into the hole, gunned it to Lichtenberger at second, who flipped it on to first to retire Embry 6-4-3. The second double play in as many innings for the A's, and it ends the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and after the twin killing, nobody left on base. 6 in the books at McKeon Park. It's Chatham 5 and Hyannis 0. 2-3-4 next.
Chatham A's on the air.
Sun coming up over New York City. School bus driver in a traffic jam. Staring at the faces in a rearview mirror. Looking at the promise of the promised plan. One kid dreams of fame and fortune. One kid helps pay the rent. One could end up going to prison. One just might be president. Only in America, dreaming in red, white, and blue. Only in America, where we dream as big as we want to. We all get a chance. Everybody gets to dance. Only in America. Sun going down on the LA freeway. Newlyweds in the back of a limousine. Well, there's sun.
Another Chatham Bars in call to the bullpen. bullpen for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. They bring in their 5th pitcher of the night in the top of the 7th. It's big 6'8", 250-pound Wake Forest lefty Ryan Bosch in for a left-on-left matchup with Bino Waters. Bosch's first pitch, up and in, 1-0. 2 appearances so far on the Cape for Bosch. On opening day and then 5 days later. He's got a 4.50 ERA across 2 innings pitched. Pitch to Waters, slapped foul on a check swing off the brick backstop at Karam's back toward the mound. A ball and a strike.
This must be a terrifying matchup for a left-handed hitter. Never mind that Bosch is 6'8", but that 3, he's got kind of a 3/4 delivery to home plate that it's coming from behind the left-handed batter's head.
1-1 from him. Swung on and just tapped on a cue ball foul. Hit Waters in the box. Goes to 1-2 on him. Nobody on, nobody out. Chatham ahead 5-0. 1-2. Breaking ball down and away. Waters lays off of it. Count goes even, 2 balls and 2 strikes on him. Left-hander set. 2-2 to Waters. In the dirt. Count goes full on Bino. 3-2. Now in his first 2+ innings on the Cape League, the lefty Bosch has walked 3 and hit a batter, so control has been an issue. He's got Waters in a full count here. The payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4. Waters takes first. He's aboard to lead off the top of the 7th. That walk is our free pass of the game, presented by Cape Cod Community College. Go to Cape Cod Community College for free. Every program, no tuition or fees for those that qualify. Visit capecod.edu/free for more. Brings up the right-handed hitting Connor Schaus with a runner on first and nobody out. Schaus today is 1 of 3. Singled in the first, came around to score. Waters off of first with nobody out. First pitch to Schaus. Swung on and nicked foul at home plate. 0-1. Schaus, after that single in the first, has popped to short and fly to left on a hard hit ball. Second plate appearance in a row. He's offered at the first pitch. Bosch is 0-1. Popped up down the right field line. It twists out of play over the Chatham bullpen down the right field line. Stays, or rather goes to 0-2 on Schaus. Waters has already stolen a base today. He stands about a foot off the first base bag, chatting with the Hyannis first baseman Trey Hawsey. Both transfer to the SEC next year. Hawsey to Ole Miss, Waters to LSU. Back on the mound, Bosch comes set. Ready for the 0-2 to Schaus. Long look in. And Bosch comes home. Outside, 1-2. Each was almost daring the other to call timeout. Schaus to step out of the box or Bosch to step off the mound, and neither did.
Little game of chicken.
Big left-hander sets again. Schaus resting the bat on the right shoulder. The pitch. Runner goes, and it's fouled back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Remains the count on Schaus. Now, Bosch was excellent as a freshman for Wake Forest this past season. 22 appearances as a short-term reliever, just over 20 innings, 2.21 ERA. Picks to first, Waters back standing. He struck out 29 and walked 12, and he did not allow a run across his final 7 outings of his freshman year. Has not translated to Cape Cod yet. Another 1-2 to Schaus on the way. Fastball popped up and out of play. Count stays 1-2 as Schaus continues to fight. Chase, you mentioned last inning when we checked the Cape League scores that Brewster was ahead of Bourne 1-0. It's now 3-0 Brewster at Doran Park. 1-2 outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chatham would have needed a win, or would need a win tonight and a Brewster loss to take over 3rd place in the Cape League's East Division. Lefty set. 2-2 to Schaus. Runner goes. Pitches a fastball lined up the middle, through into center field, a base hit. Waters turns second and goes to third. It's bobbled in center field, but Waters stops at third. On the hit and run, Schaus singles, and Chatham has runners on the corners with nobody out as Harlan Hovatter strides to the plate.
The first baseman from Meridian Community.
Not the first time this game he's been in this situation. Runners on the corners.
Number 8.
Last time was in the first inning. He singled home Waters from third.
Left on left matchup. Bosch on the mound, Hovatter at the dish. First pitch. Broken bat, little dribbler up the middle, fielded at second for 1, flipped to second, Lodis on to first, in time a double play, but another run comes in to score. No RBI for Hovatter, but he does play to run on the 4-6-3 double play, and Chatham goes ahead 6-0 in the top of the 7th. So now the base is emptied and 2 men out for Cooper Neville. Left on left, first pitch from Bosch, down and away, 1-0. Neville is 0 of 2 tonight, sacrifice fly in the first, plus a line out to short and a strikeout, which came in the 5th. Lights really starting to take effect at McKeon Park. The 1-0. Fastball down and away, 2-0. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up for Hyannis in the next half inning. First a 2-0 to Neville. Another fastball. This one catches the bottom of the zone. Called a strike, 2-1. Left-hander readies, 2-1 home. Lined over short and into left center field, a base hit. Neville storms around first. He puts the brakes on there. A 2-out single for Cooper Neville. Second hit of the inning for Chatham. And the A's have a 2-out base runner.
Third baseman from Florida State, number 40, Kelvin Paulino.
Neville was thinking too, pretty much up to the point when he rounded first base, looked out and saw that the ball was already arriving back on the infield. Full sprint around first.
Left on right matchup now as Kelvin Paulino steps in. Right-handed hitter against the lefty. And a pick to first, safe. Runner back, standing. Pick to first, runner went for second. The throw to second is safe. Oh, the throw beat Neville, but he got there with a head-first dive. And he steals second. Second stolen base of the night for Chatham. Puts a runner in scoring position with 2 out. Still, no pitches haven't been thrown to Paulino at the plate.
We've seen Chatham runners, the second they're picked off, kind of hesitate and slow down. Neville just put his head down and sprinted to second, and he was rewarded for it.
Left-hander set. First pitch to Paulino. Fastball called a strike, low outside corner. Paulino shakes his head in the righty box. Chatham 6, Hyannis nothing. Top of the 7th inning. Runner on second with 2 out. The 0-1 to Paulino. This one downstairs. Right around the teal and red shin guard of the former Florida State infielder at the plate. A ball and a strike. Tyler Lichtenberger waits on deck. Pitch. Breaking ball. Away. 2 balls and a strike.
Go, Kevin!
First and second, 2 out. 2-1. Outside, 3-1. The runner on second, Neville, stuck his arm out to the right just before the pitch, having picked up on the sign from the catcher Efren Ortega and relaying that sign to the batter Paulino. 3-1 the count. Again, Neville sticks his arm out. Now the 3-1 home. Fastball again. Upstairs, ball 4. Paulino walks for the second time in as many innings. Chatham has runners on first and second with 2 gone. And Tyler Lichtenberger stands into the lefty box ready for his first plate appearance of the day, having come in last half inning as a pinch runner for Gabe Frazier. Left on left matchup. Pick to second. And a throw that way hits Neville.
Didn't throw it hard. It just kind of lobbed it over. But yes, Neville was in the way of the flight path.
Now, I'm wondering, does Bosch see that Neville is relaying the signs to the batter? And if so, did he just throw the ball at him on purpose?
It's not a bad
It wasn't hard. You're right. First pitch to Lichtenberger. Fastball called a strike, outside corner. 0-1. But, you know, maybe just to let him know, I see what you're doing.
It's not like he can really afford to throw it hard at Neville, because if he misses his spot, I mean, that ball's going into center field and Neville's just advancing another base.
Left on left. 0-1. Off speed, called a strike, outside corner. Lichtenberger has a word with home plate umpire Sam Finn. It's 0-2. So, from what I've detected, when Neville sticks his right arm into the air, it's a fastball. Left arm is off speed. He leads off of second, Paulino off of first. The left arm goes up, the 0-2. Another off-speed pitch. Breaking ball down and away, 1-2.
The Hyannis coaching staff, at the very least, has to see what he's doing out there.
Now, Hyannis is using the PitchCom device, so Neville is obviously not picking up off of signs from the catcher, but rather the grip from the pitcher. 1-2, breaking ball, lined left side, Lodis makes the run and grab it short to end the inning. Lichtenberger hit it on a line, but almost directly at the shortstop, who just needed a couple of steps to his right to end the inning. But Chatham gets another run on 2 hits in the inning, no errors and 2 men left on base. It's time to stretch at McKeon Park. 6-0 A's after 6.5 on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Cape Cod Baseball Network and the A's. Sports Radio play-by-play. Chatham A's on the air.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts.
McKeon Park. 7th inning stretch in the books. Bottom of the 7th coming up. And the Chatham right-handed reliever O'Sheen Lee comes back out for his 2nd inning of work. He faces 3, 4, and 5 in the Hyannis order, beginning with the left-handed hitting DH Caden Miller. And the Chatham third baseman Kelvin Paulino comes way in on the grass. First pitch to Miller, fastball in the dirt, 1-0. No indication of a bunt attempt. Paulino backs up about a step, but still has his feet on the grass at third. Chatham ahead 6-0. 1-0. Fastball outside, 2-0. Right-hander set, 2-0. Clock deep to right field. Rispoli turns and looks at the wall. It's out of here, over the scoreboard and right. Hyannis on the board in loud fashion. Caden Miller knocks a solo home run over the right field fence. Hyannis cuts into the Chatham lead. Still 6-1 A's in the bottom of the 7th.
Caden Miller.
That was not a wall scraper, Chase. Blasted it.
No, Miller knew it the second it left his bat. I mean, put the bat down, started jogging while Rispoli was still trying to make a play.
2-0. Or rather, the first pitch to the right-handed hitter is grounded up the middle. And the second baseman, Lichtenberger, throws to first to retire J.P. Head. So bounce back again from Lee, who gets the ground out 4-3. And there is one away here in the bottom of the 7th. And now Dennis Cook, the Chatham manager, walks out to the mound, and he's seen enough from O'Sheen Lee. Lee comes in, he gets 4 outs. Allows the solo homer to J.P. Head. Gets a couple of claps from Dennis Cook on his way off. And heads off toward Chatham's first base side dugout. New pitcher, the lefty Talon Bell coming in. Chatham in front by 5. Bell will greet the left-handed hitting Henry Zener when we return. Chatham bars in, call to the bullpen. More info on the new A's pitcher on the other side. It's 6-1, Chatham over Hyannis on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRZ, Cape Cod.
Did you write the book of love, and do you have faith in God above? If the Bible tells you so. How do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul? And can you teach me how to dance real slow? Well, I know that you're in love with him, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. You both kicked off your shoes. Man, I dig those rhythm and blues. I was a lonely teenage bronc and buck with a pink carnation and a pickup truck. But I knew I was out of luck the day the music died. I started singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye and singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Now for 10 years we've been on our own, and moss grows fat on a rolling stone. But that's not how it used to be. When the jester sang for the king and queen in a coat he borrowed from James Dean and a voice.
Back at McKeon Park in Hyannis with Chase Abrams. I'm Jake Klein. Bottom of the 7th, 1 out, the base is empty, and Dennis Cook makes a Chatham bars in call to the bullpen. He replaces the right-hander O'Sheen Lee with left-handed reliever Talon Bell, transferring from Clemson to the University of Central Florida. 5'10", 185-pound lefty makes his 3rd appearance. Left on left, first pitch to Henry Zener. Fastball called a strike, outside corner, 0-1. 4-pitch mix for the lefty Bell. Fastball high 80s to low 90s, plus a cut fastball curve and a change. 0-1. Bounced on the ground to short. Neville fields by his left ankle on one hop. His throw to first in time. 1 up, 1 down out of the bullpen for Talon Bell. Zener, the ground out victim, goes to 1 for 3.
Number 10, Jordan Lodice. Lodice, number 10.
So nobody on, 2 out. A run already in the inning on the home run by Miller. Chatham leads Hyannis 6-1, bottom 7th. First pitch to Jordan Lodice. Drilled in the air to right center field. Rispoli chases it back. He turns around and plays it off the wall. Lodice turns first and heads for second. The throw in cut off. It's a stand-up double for Jordan Lodice. His first hit of the day. And Hyannis has another base runner with 2 out after the double.
Louisiana Tech, number 36, Trey Hawsey. Hawsey, number 36.
It hit the wall about halfway up on a 10 or 12 foot high chain link fence. It was just a couple feet from being a home run chase.
Yeah, really good pop the other way from Lodice. I mean, nothing really Rispoli could do. He traced back, couldn't get in front of it. Ball landed off the wall. He played it off on the one hop and threw to the cutoff man. Not a natural right fielder, as we've talked about. But when the balls come his way, he's looked good out there.
And ahead of the first pitch to the left-handed hitting Trey Hawsey, Chatham catcher Corbin Reynolds and shortstop Cooper Neville go to the mound. Left on left matchup. Chatham infield has 3 on the right side. First pitch to Hawsey. Fastball high and tight, 1-0. The third baseman Paulino is pretty much in his normal position, maybe a little bit further off the bag at third. Shortstop Neville is right of second base, and the second baseman Lichtenberger is in right field. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Tipped out of the catcher's glove. The throw to third is in time. Reynolds throws out Lodice to end the threat. And that's how the 7th inning ends. 1 run on 2 hits, including the solo homer by Caden Miller to lead off the inning. No errors, and after the caught stealing, nobody left on base. Well, Hyannis is on the board on the Miller home run off of O'Sheen Lee. But Talon Bell comes in, save for the double. He gets through it, and after 7 innings of play at McKeon Park in Hyannis, Chatham is on top, 6-1. Time for the 8th inning and time for Chase Abrams to take back over on play-by-play. When we come back, it's Chatham A's Baseball. You're listening to it right here on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Sports Radio, play-by-play. Go A's! Chatham on GRC.
Somewhere there's some buddies in a Chevy turning up Tom Petty on the way to the Cape. They'll be there all day in the sun somewhere. There's a home run ball flying over that wall off of Little League bat, peanuts and Cracker Jacks. It's a road trip on a wild tear, and I'll call you when we get there. Here's to making that coffee can cash. Here's to making those good times last. 2 for 1, fireworks and cold beer in my right hand. Pretty girls in a top-down Jeep, wind blowing through their bleached blonde hair. Having fun forever young out there in the sun somewhere. Sweet
8 at McKeon Park, and Chase Abrams takes you home on play-by-play. Chase?
Another Chatham Bars in call to the bullpen for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Drake Meeks, the right-hander, is the 6th pitcher in the game tonight for Hyannis. 6'4", 215 pitching from the right side. Just wrapped up his redshirt junior season at Southern Miss from Birmingham, Alabama. Sports a 13.5 ERA after one appearance in the Cape League so far this summer. Faces 8-9-1 in the Chatham order, starting things off with the right-handed hitting Corbin Reynolds. Meeks out of the stretch, first pitch. Fastball inside, 1-0. Reynolds still in search of his first Chatham hit. 0 for 2 tonight. He walked and scored in the 4th. 1-0. Fastball up and in. Meeks on the mound. One appearance so far with Hyannis. He went 2 innings, allowed 3 earned runs, walked a pair, struck out 3. 2-0 the count on Reynolds. The pitch. Fastball. Called to strike.
Hey, George, let's go, bud.
2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch bounces in the dirt. And the count runs to 3-1 on Corbin Reynolds. Reynolds threw out Jordan Lodis trying to take third on a ball in the dirt to end the bottom of the 7th inning. He then rushed to the dugout, took off his catcher's gear, and got ready to hit first this inning. 3-1. Fastball low. Reynolds draws the walk, and he's on base for the 2nd time tonight.
The center fielder from Yale, number 22, Caden Dosa.
It brings up Caden Dosa with nobody gone and Reynolds off of first base. Rob Rispoli, the man waiting on deck. Dosa and Rispoli both right-handed, as was Corbin Reynolds, who led off this inning. A pocket of 3 straight righties for the A's against the righty Drake Meeks on the mound. Meeks peeks towards first. Reynolds staying put. First pitch. Fastball lined out towards right center field. Zener gives chase. He slides and he made the catch. Pulled it just off the top of the grass. Henry Zener takes away potential extra bases from Caden Dosa. That's the Skin in the Game highlight of the game, brought to you by locally owned Contemporary Dermatology, a leading provider of comprehensive dermatology services, including medical dermatology, skin cancer diagnosis, and treatment and aesthetic services, with offices in Hyannis, Marston's Mills, and Plymouth. Henry Zener has skin in the game. A sliding play for out number 1 this inning brings Rob Rispoli to the plate. First pitch is tapped foul to the third base side over towards the Hyannis dugout. Owen won the count on Rispoli. Meeks looks towards first. Glove in front of his chest. He comes set and comes home. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Oh, Rob, nobody better with 2. Come on, bud.
Go, Rob!
Rob Rispoli urged on by some Chatham fans on the third base side to the chant of nobody better with 2. He had a single with 2 strikes back in the 4th inning that brought home a couple. 0-2 pitch. Sky high. Foul territory first base side and drifting out of play over the Chatham dugout.
Rob, way to fight, bud.
No balls, 2 strikes, the count on Rispoli. Here's the pitch. Low and away. Reynolds leading off of first base. The Dosa fly out to right, the only out of the inning so far. Anglers up 6-1 on the Harbor Hawks. 1-2. Fastball line to the right side and down for a base hit. Reynolds turns second, heads for third. The throw there goes past third base. Reynolds in safely. Rispoli moves up to second on the overthrow. And Chatham's got 2 in scoring position with 1 gone in the top of the 8th.
3-hit night for Rob Rispoli in his first chance at leading off for Chatham this season. Dennis Cook has been proven exactly right in his decision, not only to put Rispoli there, but in what he told us, that Rispoli is a tough out. Battles there with 2 strikes and just slaps an opposite field single.
We just heard it. Nobody better with 2 strikes was the call from the Chatham fan base. And Rispoli delivered with a 2-strike knock to the opposite field. Bino Waters up with 2 men in scoring position. First pitch is low and in. Ball 1 on Waters, who's 1 for 3 tonight. Reached base twice, scored a couple runs. Lefty-righty matchup with Drake Meeks on the mound. Reynolds leading off of third. Rispoli off of second. Infield in for Hyannis. 1-0. Fastball called a strike. At Waters' waist that time. A ball and a strike, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Big cut from Waters. He was trying to make this a 7-run game.
He sure was.
One, 2. Popped foul and out of play, third base side.
Go Battles.
The lone Hyannis run came in the bottom of the 7th inning on the solo home run from Caden Miller. No doubt shot over the scoreboard and right. A ball and 2 strikes on Waters. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Waters goes down swinging for the second out in the top of the 8th inning. Drake Meeks an out away from stranding 2 runners in scoring position, but first he has to get through Connor Schaus. Schaus in the midst of a 2 for 4 evening. 2 singles to his credit so far. Steps up with 2 gone and 2 on. First pitch. Ground ball left side and through. Reynolds scores. Rispoli right behind him around second. Schaus turns first, goes to second. He's there standing with a 2-run double, and Chatham leads 8-1 in the top of the 8th.
Good boy. Go hard. Let's go, big boy.
Schaus on the first pitch, as he's done multiple times tonight. Turned on it, drilled it down the left field line. 2 RBI hit for Schaus, and Chatham leads by 7.
He continues to just hit balls hard somewhere, that time down the line.
First pitch to Hovatter is up and away. 1-0. The Chatham offense stays hot against Hyannis tonight. 3 straight wins for the Anglers, looking to make it 4. 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Last season, Chatham did not at any point win 3 games in a row, let alone 4.
And threatening to win 4 in a row, up 7 in the top of the 8th. Even 1-1 count on Hovatter. Schaus off of second, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
And look, still 6 outs to go, obviously, for the A's, but if they can get this done and keep this 7-run lead intact, what a bizarre start to the season. 0-4 and then 4-0 from there to get to 500.
1-2 is low and away. Count evens up at 2-2 on Harlan Hovatter. Hovatter singled in the first to bring home the first Chatham run, then lined out, grounded into a 4-6-3 double play. 2-2. Caught on and missed, strike 3. Hovatter waves and misses and leaves Schaus standing in scoring position. Chatham scores 2 more in the inning Reynolds and Rispoli come around to score on the 2-run double from Connor Schaus. And now Chatham leads 8-1 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. When we come back, the bottom third of the Hyannis order is due up against the A's reliever Talon Bell on the other side on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRC, Cape Cod.
Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss, how did it end up like this? It was only a kiss, it was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke and she's taking a drag. Now they're going to bed and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head, but she's touching his chest. Now he takes off her dress. Now let me go. And I just can't look, it's killing me and taking control. Jealousy turning snakes into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis. But it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes.
Back at McKeon Park in Hyannis, Massachusetts on this Father's Day Sunday. Jake Klein. For Jake Klein, I am Chase Abrams, welcoming you back for the bottom of the 8th inning. Talon Bell back to the mound. First pitch is in the dirt on the left-handed hitting Trey Hawsey. Hawsey was up in the 7th inning. Got the count to 1-1 before Jordan Lodis was thrown out. 1-0, swing and a miss, strike one. And a mirrored 1-1 count on Hawsey to start the 8th inning. Bell working quickly, comes set. Out of the windup, his 1-1 pitch. Tapped foul. And Hawsey's down 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball low. The sky has gone from a bright blue to more subdued, kind of grayish blue above McKeon Park. Certainly better than the dark gray when the clouds inhabited the skies above the park pregame. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball cut on and missed, strike three. Bell fans Hawsey to open the bottom of the 8th inning. And he faces the 8-hitter, Efren Ortega. And we've got another pitching change upcoming as Dennis Cook strides out to the mound. It appears that Talon Bell's day is done. He ended it on a high note, K-ing Hawsey. Now Efren Ortega, the right-hander, the next man due up for the Harbor Hawks. So Chatham goes to a right-hander of its own. We'll have all the information on him when we come back on the other side. Anglers still leading the Harbor Hawks 8-1 with one gone in the bottom of the 8th inning. We'll be right back on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRC, Cape Cod. I got my first real 6-string, bought it at the 5 and dime. Played it till my fingers bled. Was the summer of '69. Me and some guys from school had a band and we tried real hard. Jimmy quit, Jody got married. Should've known we
Chatham bars in, call to the bullpen. It's Max Luzaraga into the game for Chatham. The right-handed pitcher who just finished up his freshman season at Dallas Baptist. 6'2", 220 pounds. His best pitch is a fastball that if he rears back, he can get up to 95 miles an hour. Uses that about 60% of the time. And then his two breaking pitches, a slider and a curveball. The slider he'll use against right-handed hitters and the curveball against lefties. The slider breaks glove side for the righty Luzaraga, so it'll break away from right-handed hitters, like the first one he faces. Efren Ortega strides into the right-handed batter's box. Base is empty. One gone in the bottom of the eighth. An 8-1 Anglers lead. Luzaraga comes set. Looks in. First pitch. Fastball. Called the strike. A 1. Fastball lined out towards center field. It dunks down in front of Caden Dosa. He plays it on a hop. Throws it back in. It's a 1-out single for Ortega. He greets Luzaraga with a base hit to center on the second pitch he sees.
Center fielder from Hawaii, number 15.
And Hyannis has Ortega off of first with one gone in the bottom of the eighth. Right-handed hitting center fielder Tanner Chun, the next man up for Hyannis, with Ortega on first and 1 out. First pitch. Upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes on Chun, who just wrapped up his time at Tulane. He goes to Hawaii after this summer in the Cape. Pretty much no cold weather for his time.
No. I wish.
Want to know the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball low and away. Are you telling me Syracuse, New York has cold weather, Jake?
Sometimes, yeah. Every day, pretty much. Other than that, it's nice.
2 balls and no strikes on Chun. Luzaraga looks the runner back. His pitch. Fastball pops straight back, foul. Back to the netting, directly behind home plate. Chun coming off an 0 for 4 outing his last time out yesterday when he was a late add to the lineup. Struck out once that game. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball on the inside corner, called strike 2. It was a slider from Luzaraga that started out probably going right at Chun in the right-handed batter's box and then broke out onto the inside corner of the plate. An even 2-2 count. Got time called. Chun steps out to readjust his white batting gloves with what appears to be orange tape on the wrists. Weighs the bat in his hands. Half check swing, and he's back in the box. Luzaraga had looked in, now he comes set, looking at his mitt. His 2-2. Bounces in the dirt. Reynolds barely scooped it and kept it in front of himself to keep Ortega at first. It's ball 3 and the count runs full on Chun. It's a fastball from Luzaraga on the mound that bounced well out in front of home plate. Reynolds brought the glove way up to block it and then immediately got up from his crouched position to a standing position to pick it up in the grass in front of home plate. 3-2. Fastball line straight back, foul again.
Let's go next. 2-2.
You got this.
Count is still full. Luzaraga peers in. Now gets set. Another payoff. Breaking ball. Ball 4 low. Chun lays off a slider that probably looked like a strike for about 50 feet before it dipped lower and further away.
Taylor Kirk.
Lineup card flips over for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Taylor Kirk steps up with 2 men on and 1 gone. He's 0 for 3 so far. Calls timeout, does Reynolds, the Chatham catcher. And the A's pitching coach Jay Powell walking out to the mound to have a conversation with his rising sophomore righty.
And I think the conversation here from Jay Powell is pretty straightforward. Hey, 7-run game. Put the ball in the strike zone. If they hit it, they hit it.
And he's already done, so wouldn't be shocked if those were the exact words that he just said. Yeah, we timed it perfectly. It's pretty similar to that Katuitt game when Powell hadn't gotten here yet. Dennis Cook went out to talk to Gavin DeVote and said something pretty similar. Or at least we assume. Powell just got here yesterday. Hasn't been too busy. Only 5 innings last night. Just 2 Chatham pitchers used. It's his first mound visit tonight. It's to Luzaraga, who now faces the righty Taylor Kirk. First pitch to him is a breaking ball in the dirt, ball 1. 7-run Anglers lead, as you said, Jake. Even a home run here, the Harbor Hawks would still be down by 4. 1-0. Fastball cut on and missed. It's Ortega, the man on second. Chun just reached first on a walk. There's 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. And the right-handed hitting second baseman Taylor Kirk opposing the righty Luzaraga. 1-1. Breaking ball. Just a bit low, 2-1.
Great pitch, kid.
Reynolds held it for an extra second. Did not get the strike call. Luzaraga urged on by some Chatham fans on the first base side. 2-1 pitch. Fastball lined to the left side. Neville scoops, flips to second for 1. Lichtenberger to first. A double play. 6-4-3. The Anglers go Neville to Lichtenberger to Hovatter. It's the 3rd double play of the night for Chatham. It erases a 2-on, 1-out situation for Hyannis and keeps the lead at 7. It's no runs on 1 hit for Hyannis, no errors, and 1 man left on base after the twin killing. When we come back, 5, 6, and 7 coming up for Chatham.
Chatham on TRZ, Cape Cod.
Off a satellite, crushing the last lone Americanized. This is radio nowhere. Is there anybody alive out there? This is radio nowhere. Is there anybody alive out there? I was sitting around a dead dial, just another lost number in a file, dancing down a dark hole. Searching for a world with some soul. This is radio nowhere. Is there anybody alive out there? This is radio nowhere. Is there anybody alive out there? Is there anybody alive out there? I just wanna hear some rhythm. 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 1,000 guitars, I want 1,000 drums. I want 1,000,000 different voices speaking in tongues.
This broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any unauthorized duplication, retransmission, or other use is strictly prohibited. Ahead of the top of the 9th inning, Hyannis going with another Chatham bars in call to the bullpen. The 7th pitcher in the game tonight for Hyannis is local product Robbie O'Connor, pitching from the right side from Sudbury, Massachusetts, and Northeastern University. Sports a 33.75 Cape League ERA this season from his 1 appearance in which he allowed 5 earned runs in just an inning and a third. First batter he faces is Cooper Neville. Righty-lefty matchup, first pitch. Fastball, just a bit low, 1-0. 1 for 3 night for Neville to this point. Had a sac fly in the first, then lined out, struck out, and singled in the 7th. A ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Fastball inside. Neville threw up both arms and watched the pitch pass underneath them. O'Connor at 6'4", 185. Tall and lanky right-hander against the lefty Neville. 2-0. Ripped out to right field. Back goes Zener. At the wall, he looks up, and it's out of here. Cooper Neville leaves the yard. It's 9-1 Chatham in the top of the 9th. A rude greeting into this game for Robbie O'Connor. Neville takes him yard to right and extends the Chatham lead to 8 runs now.
Paulino Jr., number 40.
Kelvin Paulino, the right-handed hitting second baseman who moved to third for Chatham, is up. Righty-righty matchup for O'Connor. Opening offering. Fastball. Called a strike. First recorded strike of the evening for O'Connor in his 4 pitches. He went ball, home run allowed, and now the strike to Paulino. 0-1. Off speed low. Appeal to first, no swing. An even 1-1 count on Paulino. 0 for 2 today with a couple walks. The pitch. Breaking ball, lined out towards right center field. Chun breaks to his left, settles under it, and makes the catch about 5 feet in front of the wall. His momentum takes him into the wall, pushes against it, comes back, and it's the first out in the top of the 9th.
Number 5, Tyler Lichtenberger. Number 5.
Tyler Lichtenberger steps into the left-handed batter's box to face the righty O'Connor.
Okay, come on, Tyler.
O'Connor got the start in Northeastern's annual game against the Boston Red Sox. First pitch to Lichtenberger. Off speed inside, 1-0. He allowed a run in the first and then retired the side in order in the second. Left with a 2-1 lead. Left did his job against the Boston Red Sox, but he's already given up a run to the Chatham Anglers. 1-0 to Lichtenberger. Fastball, hit in the air, short left center field. Head started back, now he races in. He makes the catch on the run. He caught it at knee level, did the left fielder head.
The catcher.
In the midst of his sprint in.
27, Corbin.
It's the second out in the top of the 9th on Chatham.
27.
And now Corbin Reynolds up with the bases empty. O'Connor comes set and comes home. Off speed, low and away. Reynolds, another guy without a hit, but with a couple walks tonight. 1-0 pitch. Inside. 2-0. Reynolds started the hands, did not go around. Now he steps out of the right-handed batter's box to fix his batting gloves. Taps the shoulder, taps the right side of his waist, twirls the bat, and he's ready once more. Ahead 2 balls and no strikes. O'Connor's pitch. Fastball inside. Brushed right past the jersey, just beneath the letters of Reynolds. 3 balls and no strikes. .30 pitch. Fastball called to strike. Reynolds taking all the way. Had 4 walks on the summer entering this game. Has walked 2 more times tonight. 3-1 the count. Here's O'Connor's pitch. Blooped in the air, short right on the right side. Picked over there by the first baseman, Hawsey, and he tags out Reynolds running down to first. It was a short blooper to the right side from Reynolds. Hawsey picked it up before it could scoot foul wide of the first base line and tagged out Reynolds 3 unassisted. It's 1 run on the Cooper Neville solo shot to right for Chatham, the only hit in the inning as well. No errors, no men left on base. Chatham takes an 8-run lead to the bottom of the 9th inning. When we come back, 2, 3, and 4 are due up for Hyannis, coming up on the other side on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Sports Radio, play-by-play. Go A's! Chatham on GRC.
I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour. That's when my love comes tumbling down. I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour when there's no one else around. I'm gonna take you, girl, and hold you and do all the things I told you in the midnight hour. Yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am. One more thing I just want to say right here. I'm gonna wait till the stars come out and see that twinkle in your eyes. I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour. That's when my love begins to shine. You're the only girl I know that really loves me so in the midnight hour.
Hi, this is Corbin Reynolds from Vanderbilt University. You're listening to Chatham A's Baseball with Chase Abrams and Jake Klein on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chase and Jake back here for the bottom of the 9th inning from McKeon Park in Hyannis. It's Chatham A's 9, Hyannis Harbor Hawks 1. And Chatham makes another Chatham bars in call to the bullpen for Collins Black to finish this game out. Black, 6'2", 215 pounds, pitching from the right side. Just finished his sophomore season at North Carolina State. Throws a fastball and a slider, and then every once in a while uses a changeup. The fastball that he uses primarily against lefties can go from 92 to 94, with the slider mostly against righties between 80 and 82. It's a righty who he faces first in John Embury. 0 for 3 thus far. Ground out to short, and then 6-4-3 double play to his line so far. First pitch from Black. Fastball outside, 1-0.
Go, Collins!
Embury came into this game leading the Cape Cod League in batting average. Over 500 he was hitting entering play today. That average has dropped down just a bit, seeing as how he's 0 for 3 tonight. A ball and no strikes on him. Black comes set, the pitch. Fastball popped up right side on the infield. Hovatter drifts over to the right of the first base bag and makes the catch. Black retires Embury on just 2 pitches. There's 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning, and Caden Miller stepping up for Hyannis, the provider of the only Harbor Hawks run to this point tonight, when he had a solo home run to open the 7th. Righty-lefty matchup. Black comes home. Fastball called the strike. Outer third at the knees of Miller. He's down 0-1.
Come on, Coach. Let's go, kid.
Skies turn to a deep blue in right field. It gradients to a lighter blue as you look across towards the third base side of McKeon Park. 0-1. Fastball outside.
Great spot, kid.
Stands here at McKeon Park have mostly emptied. 1-1 the count on Miller. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Line to the screen, straight back.
Come on, Collins.
1-2 the count on Miller. Black has his sign. Big shrug and a deep breath on the mound. 1-2 pitch. Fastball. Line to the netting right behind home plate again. Miller stays alive. He's 1 for 2 tonight with that solo shot. He also popped out in the first and was hit by a pitch in the fourth. Black comes into this game with a perfect 0.00 ERA across 2 innings and 2 appearances. 1-2 in the dirt. 2 strikeouts, no walks, no hit by pitch, no hits allowed for Black this summer.
And interesting that obviously not a save situation, but an end of game situation here. This is who Dennis Cook turns to. Told us yesterday he does not have one particular pitcher he considers his closer at this point.
2-2. Fastball upstairs just a bit, right above the letters scrawled across Miller's chest in orange. Full count on Caden Miller. Batting from the left side, the DH from the University of Texas, San Antonio. Chatham infield played slightly for him to pull. 3-2 pitch. Fastball blooped towards center. Dosa drifts back, settles under it, and makes the catch for the second out.
The left fielder from UAB.
Chatham 1 out away from improving to 4-4. A season where the A's started with 4 straight losses. Chatham's won 3 straight. And an out to JP Head would make that 4. It's an 8-run Anglers lead. Black's first pitch. Fastball flied towards right field. Rispoli to his left, still going to his left, and makes the catch for out number 3. Chatham takes down Hyannis on the road and improves to 4-4. It's a 4-game winning streak for the Anglers.
The ball game, the final score.
9-1 your final.
Thanks for coming out to the ball game.
And the Chatham pitchers doing a merry-go-round out in center fields. And why not? Reason to celebrate here at McKeon Park tonight. Chatham started this season off with 4 straight losses. The A's have put together 4 straight wins to follow it up. It's 9 runs on 11 hits with no errors for the A's tonight. A run on 5 hits with 2 errors for Hyannis in this one. Chatham improves to 4-4. The Harbor Hawks fall to 3-5. Lots to unpack after this one. The Chatham offense exploded once more. It's all coming up on the Anglers Extra Postgame Show. We've got an interview for Jake and your postgame highlights on the other side.
Sports Radio, play-by-play. Go A's, Chatham on GRC.
Welcome back on the Anglers Extra post-game show, brought to you by Sweet Tomatoes Pizza. We're coming off a 9-1 Chatham win over Hyannis. The A's improve to 4-4 on the young season. Hyannis falls to 3-5. 9-1 your final, an 8-run lead and an 8-run win for Chatham to improve to 4-4. It's a 4-game winning streak for the A's. We've got tons to break down with your post-game highlights presented by Touchstone Closing, but first, Jake Klein is standing by with a special guest.
Chase Diamondside with Oliver Pudvar after he goes 5 scoreless innings, gets the win in the Chatham victory over Hyannis. Oliver, second start on the Cape tonight. What worked for you?
I thought I got ahead with my fastball, and I felt really good going into that last inning and wanted to kind of make up for my last outing, not being able to get through the fifth. That kind of motivated me. My dad was here too, so it's good to get a win for him on Father's Day.
You mentioned your last outing, 4 scoreless, and then ran into some trouble. When you reached that point tonight, what was going through your mind?
Just don't do that again. Don't do what I did last time again. I just had a lot of confidence just getting ahead with hitters, not getting behind. I think that's what kind of hurt me last time. So getting strike one was big for me tonight.
No walks tonight. What have Dennis Cook and Jay Powell told you and the pitching staff about the importance of throwing strikes in the Cape League?
Yeah, strikes get outs, especially against wood bats, it makes it way easier to not have to worry about extra runners on base, and they've been big with working in bullpens with stuff like that, it all just worked out tonight.
Through 2 starts and now just over a week of games, what are your impressions of Cape Cod and the Cape Cod Baseball League?
Well, first of all, Cape Cod is like the best place ever, the baseball is tremendous. We've got a really good team here. We're finally clicking after like a little bit of a slow start, but it was only 4 games, so I think we're going to start rolling here. The A's are getting hot, so it's fun.
The A's are getting hot, according to Oliver Pudvar on the Anglers Extra postgame show. Oliver, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Back to Chase for the rest of the Anglers Extra postgame show.
All right, Jake, final line on Pudvar tonight. 5 innings, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts, no runs, no earned runs allowed, and no walks for Pudvar on the mound as the A's improve to 4-4. It's time for your post-game highlights, presented as always by Touchstone Closing. 9 runs for Chatham tonight, plenty to get to, but the first one came in the first inning. Chatham wasting no time, 3 straight singles from the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. The third one brought home the first run. 0-1. Breaking ball grounded right side and through. Waters comes home. Schaus going first to third. The throw there is cut off. An RBI single for Harlan Hovatter and an early 1-0 Chatham lead in the top of the first. That made it 1-0 Chatham in the top of the first inning. And just one batter later, with runners on the corners, Cooper Neville stepped up for the A's. First pitch to him is lined out towards center field. Chun comes in and makes the catch. Tagging from third is Schaus. The throw to the plate, cut off as well. Schaus scores standing. A sac fly for Neville, and the Anglers lead 2-0 in the top of the first. A Rob Rispoli single and error on a throw made it 3-0 Chatham later. And then in the top of the fourth inning, Rispoli came up again with a chance to add on.
2-2 home. Lined into left center field. Will it get down? Yes, into the gap in left center. It skips past the center fielder and rolls to the wall. Reynolds comes in from second. Dosa chugs around third. He scores. The throw into third, cut off. Rob Rispoli drives in 2. Make it 5-0 Chatham in the top of the fourth.
And 5-0 it would stay until the top of the 7th inning. Chatham looking to add on after that. And Harlan Hovatter came up with the bases loaded for the A's.
First pitch. Broken bat. Little dribbler up the middle. Fielded at second for 1. Flipped to second. Lodis on to first. In time, a double play. But another run comes in to score. No RBI for Hovatter, but he does play to run.
on the 4-6-3 double play, and Chatham goes ahead 6-0 in the top of the 7th.
At that point, Hyannis wanted to get one back. It was 6-0 Chatham, and Caden Miller stepped up with the bases empty in the top of the 7th inning.
2-0. Clock deep to right field. Rispoli turns and looks at the wall. It's out of here. Over the scoreboard and right. Hyannis on the board in loud fashion. Caden Miller knocks a solo home run over the right field fence. Hyannis cuts into the Chatham lead. Still 6-1 A's in the bottom of the 7th.
So the Harbor Hawks got one back. Chatham decided, you know what? We're not going to let them have it. We'll get 2 runs of our own right back. And it came courtesy of Connor Schaus just 1/2 inning later. First pitch. Ground ball left side and through. Reynolds scores. Rispoli right behind him around second. Schaus turns first, goes to second. He's there standing with a 2-run double. And Chatham leads 8-1 in the top of the 8th. This resurgent Chatham offense wasn't done adding on just yet. 8-1 at that point. Top of the 8th comes around. Cooper Neville steps up with the bases empty and does this. 2-0. Ripped out to right field. Back goes Zener. At the wall, he looks up, and it's out of here. Cooper Neville leaves the yard. It's 9-1 Chatham in the top of the 9th. And 9-1, it would stay this time. Chatham, the final out, courtesy of Collins Black on the mound, the 4th pitcher to come in tonight, the 5th pitcher to come in for Chatham tonight. 12 combined between the two teams. He came in the 9th inning and wrapped things up here at McKeon Park. Black's first pitch. Fastball fly towards right field. Rispoli to his left, still going to his left, and makes the catch for out number 3. Chatham takes down Hyannis on the road and improves to 4-4. It's a 4-game winning streak for the Anglers. And there you have it. Chatham, a 9-1 victory. The offense just keeps on hitting. The bullpen held things down more than enough, to keep the 8-run lead going, Jake.
Yeah, Chase, and additionally, you think, okay, Rhett Johnson gone, Jacob Parker gone tonight, not going to be back in the Chatham lineup. Okay, how would Chatham respond? And other than the 17-run outburst at Katuitt, that's probably Chatham's second most prolific offensive night of the season, putting up 9 runs here at McKeon Park.
Yeah, no Team USA guys, no problem for the Anglers tonight. 9 runs, none the less for Chatham. An 8-run win for the A's. Oliver Pudvar gets the win tonight. Jake just talked to him a few moments ago. 5 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs, no walks, and 4 strikeouts for Pudvar on the mound tonight. The loss goes to Easton Barrett for Hyannis. 3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned for Barrett tonight. No walks and 3 strikeouts. Chatham goes to 4-4 this season. It's a 4-game winning streak. Don't let the A's get hot. Hyannis falls to 3-5. No Chatham game tomorrow. It's an off day, but when we come back, we're back at Veterans Field on Tuesday. Chatham hosts Bourne at 7 p.m., trying to avenge an opening day loss. We have your call at 6:40 p.m. For Jake Klein, our producer Ben Corbett, and the whole crew here at McKeon Park, signing off.
Chatham Anglers Baseball 2026 has been brought to you by the Chatham Bars Inn, Chatham Clothing Bar, Touchstone Closing, Mahi Gold, Chatham Paint and Hardware, Sweet Tomatoes Pizza, Cape Cod 5, the Red Nun Bar and Grill, Short and Sweet Ice Cream, and by the Chatham A's.
Chatham A's Baseball, Sports Radio, play-by-play, summertime on Cape Cod.
This has been an exclusive presentation of Chatham A's Baseball on TRZ Team Line.
Chatham on TRZ.